Time now for Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WOCO Stereo FM.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine.
Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Saskatchewan, and Anderson, the NAW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and Wiz Piggly Wiggly, also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing.
Hello and welcome to Joanne Stadium here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. My name is Bill Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, and welcome to the Green Bay Bullfrogs pregame show. The Bullfrogs are set to host the Madison Mallards tonight for Game 2 of this 3-game homestand. Of course, it's the first game of this 2-game series against the Madison Mallards. The Bullfrogs come into the contest against the Ducks 2-2, splitting the first 2 series against the Mallards. Of course, their 2 losses have not been pretty. A 16-0 loss and a 20-1 loss to the Madison Mallards, but they did manage to win the other 2 games, winning the second game of each of the series. We're going to try to change that here tonight and grab a victory here at home against their Big South baseball rival. Starting pitcher tonight for the Green Bay Bullfrogs is Connor Wildershine, as we step aside for a moment to handle some technical difficulties.
Playing center field from Vanderbilt, number 20, Lorenzo Jones.
Hopefully that fixed the technical difficulties. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2. All right, we're back. We fixed that problem. Sorry about that quick delay, but nonetheless, I'm sure you heard me. The Bullfrogs looking to bounce back tonight. They lost last night's contest to the Lakeshore Chinooks in heartbreaking fashion. They had a 5-3 lead going into the 8th inning, and that's when the Lakeshore Chinooks would have hit a grand slam and tack on another run to have a 5-run top of the 8th. They put one more across in the top of the 9th, and the Bullfrogs had no answer, losing that game 9-5. The Bullfrogs, of course, bouncing back today against the Madison Mallards in this first game of the 2-game series. And they have split the last 2 series, as I repeat myself in case you didn't hear me around the first time. But they lose the first game ever against the Madison Mallards 20-1. They would come back home the next day and grab a victory here in Green Bay. And then they traveled out to Madison for a 2-game away series, losing the first one 16-0, and then managing to grab onto the next win the next day. In fact, to grab that one. So they're split 2-2 this year. They're going to look to try to win the first game of the series tonight against the Mallards. We'll give you your lineup for the Madison Mallards. Cole Daly is the shortstop today. He'll lead things off for the Mallards, followed by Zach Taylor, the left fielder. Doran Turchin, the center fielder, will be batting third. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., the right fielder, is the cleanup hitter tonight for the Mallards. David Vinsky is the first baseman, batting fifth. Batting sixth will be the catcher, Maverick Hanley. And batting seventh, Thomas Smart, the third baseman. Cade Bunnell is the second baseman tonight, batting eighth. And in the 9-hole, rounding things out, will be Jake Matheny. Your umpires for today: Colbert on the left side, Napoli on over by the first base bag, and your home plate umpire tonight, Quentin Mott. We're going to step aside for the national anthem. Stay tuned for the second half of the pregame show. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407. or 920-604-2407. We're in the O'Connell Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, O'Connell Falls.
Do you feel like you're paying too much for your medication? Stop in at O'Connell Pharmacy and see our pharmacist, Ron or Poom, about our cost minimization program. We can save you some money. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love seeing him smile when he high-fives his teammates. I love seeing his eyes light up when his team scores a goal. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that high school sports have never been safer. Why? Because coaches have more information than they've ever had. Training techniques are more sophisticated, and equipment has never been more advanced. Playing high school sports isn't just safe. It's still the best way to give your teenager a healthy head start in life. And that's something I really love.
This message about the value of high school sports is presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here on the Bullfrogs pregame show. My name's Nolan Knight, voice of the Frogs. We'll give you a lineup for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Leading things off, the center fielder out of Vanderbilt will be Alonzo Jones, followed up by Riley Smith. He finds his way back into the lineup after taking a day off yesterday. He's at second base tonight. Troy Johnston, the left fielder out of Gonzaga, will bat third. The cleanup hitter, the right fielder, Kyle Bino. Alex Pinner will follow him up, the designated hitter out of Scottsdale Community College. Brad Hamilton, the catcher today for the Frogs, finds himself back in the lineup card. Of course, has only played in 4 of the past 10 games. Head scratched enough. Brad Hamilton, the only all-star on this Bullfrogs roster. Dan Leckie will be batting after Willie Bourbon, as Bourbon, I jumped ahead of myself there, is batting 7th. Willie Bourbon, the first baseman out of Northwestern. Dan Leckie, there it is, he follows him up, the third baseman out of Lafayette College. And in the 9-hole out of Rider University, Richie Tecco, the shortstop. Out on the mound for the Frogs will be their star ace, the Connor Wallersheim product, the left-handed pitcher out of Kent State, will be throwing into his Kent State catcher in Brad Hamilton. So the Kent State battery tonight, the second time we've seen it this season. The last time it came around, however, the Bullfrogs would fall as Wallersheim would get a loss in his last showdown, that game against the Wisconsin Rapids. Lineup for the Madison Mallards will be Cole Daly, Zach Taylor, and Dorn Turchin. Cole Daly, the shortstop, digs in to lead things off, and the play ball kid screams out at the top of his lungs, play ball, and we are about underway here in Green Bay. Connor Wallersheim, the left-handed pitcher out of Kent State, on the season, supporting a 3.54 ERA, the best of any starter on the team. First pitch comes in, fastball. That runs low in the dirt. A 1-0 count, and Cole Daly, the shortstop, gets ahead. We're here in Joe Annie Stadium on a Tuesday night. 1-0 pitch swung on, sliced away foul, left side, 1-1. Where it's about a partly cloudy day, slight breeze. Temperatures this afternoon reaching 85 or so. 1-1 pitch swung on, fouled away left side again, a 1-2 count. One of the hottest days of the summer, no doubt about it. However, kind of cooled off a bit here recently. As the 1-2 pitch comes in, swinging and a miss. However, it gets away from the catcher, Brad Hamilton, and Cole Daly scampers over to first base. So it's a strikeout, but because of the pass ball, Cole Daly manages to get on base. From my vantage point, it almost looked like he fouled it off, but Cole Daly looked back, hesitated, then he realized, oh man, I can run over to first. And so he scampers on over there, and the Bullfrogs grab their first strikeout of the day, but because of the pass ball, Cole Daly stands over at first, and the Mallards have their first base run. Zach Taylor, the left fielder, will now dig in. The right-handed hitter awaits, and Wallersheim deals to him. Fastball that finds the outside corner. 0-1, 87-mile-per-hour heater from Wallersheim there. Wallersheim stands in. He's a guy that doesn't waste much time out on the mound. Taking some time here. Takes the runner at first and deals in the 0-1. A breaking ball that just misses the outside corner, and it moves the count to 1-1. The Madison Mallards coming off of a victory last night. Managed to beat the Dock Spiders 3-2. Wallersheim, the left-handed pitcher, comes set. Checks the runner and Daly at first and deals in the 1-1. Swung on, line drive deep into left center. Tracking back is Alonzo Jones, though. And at the warning track, he makes the grab. One retired after a well-hit ball from Zach Taylor finds the glove of Alonzo Jones. So that will bring up Doran Turchin, the center fielder. Turchin, an all-star for this Madison Mallards team, looking to move his all-star teammate in Cole Daly over. Madison Mallards managed 3 all-stars on the year, a pitcher in Rosenbaum, and then, of course, Cole Daly and Doran Turchin, the right-handed batter who's dug in now. First pitch to him, a nice breaking ball from Wallersheim. Curves back into the zone, and he gets ahead in the count 0-1. Wallersheim comes set. Lefty checks Daly in first. Steps off, in fact, and throws it over there. Daly walks back safely. An 0-1 count here with an out on the board. We just got underway with the top of the first inning. Connor Wallersheim out on the bump for the Bullfrogs, and Turchin dug in as center fielder today. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded to third. Leckie has it. The throw to second in time. Throw to first. Got him. A 5-4-3 double play gets the Bullfrogs out of the inning. Connor Wallersheim does not allow a hit, does not allow a run. He strikes out 1 and gets out of the frame. On to the bottom half of it we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Just like a great coach,
State Farm agents Margie Dolan, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena
can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs, whether it's car, home, life, health, or business.
Agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty
Can help you find the affordable coverage you need when your life and goals change.
Agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty
Will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm
Agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
This is Larry Fitzgerald with Game Day Goal. Tune in to WOCO-FM 107.1 Fridays at 6 p.m. to hear me and Eric Nelson discuss the sports topics of the day.
Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships. Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin here at Joe Annie Stadium. My name's Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. Bottom of the first about to get underway. The Bullfrogs would put them down in order in the first inning. Alonzo Jones due up for the Bullfrogs here. Jones, the switch hitter out of Vanderbilt, playing center field tonight for the Bullfrogs. On deck is Riley Smith, the second baseman out of the University of Minnesota. And in the hole is Troy Johnston, the left fielder out of Gonzaga University. Bullfrogs coming off a loss last night to the Lakeshore Chinooks in a game where they would have the lead late. However, they would not be able to hold on to it, and the Lakeshore Chinooks would come away with a victory. They scored 8 unanswered runs in that game, and the Frogs, just exactly as the storyline goes, had no answer to the Lakeshore Chinooks. They split the all-time series with them 3-3, as the past 3 series have been split. They'll face off against them later in the week for the last time this season. Pitcher out on the bump for the Madison Mallards, deals in a sidearm fastball that runs high and wide, 1-0, and 91 mile per hour heater. Pitcher out on the bump for the Mallards, Nate Brown, just recently won a national championship with the University of Florida. Deals in another fastball, and that one swung on and missed, and evens the count 1-1. Nate Brown rocks back and sends in the 1-1. Another fastball, 91 high and wide. Throwing some cheese here early for the Mallards. Nate Brown, the right-handed pitcher out of Heartland, Wisconsin. His family's actually in the stands today. 2-1 pitch, runs low and inside. Moves the count to 3-1. Another fastball, notably from Nate Brown. Out of high school, was drafted in the 40th round, was ranked the #1 right-handed pitcher out of Wisconsin out of high school. 3-1 pitch. That one finds the zone. Another fastball from Brown. And it moves the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. No outs on the board. Just got underway with the bottom of the first. The payoff pitch. Swung on, sliced away foul. Left side into the backstop. Will stay at a full count. Nate Brown has appeared in 1 game for the Mallards this season. Pitched 4 innings, allowed 2 earned runs for a 4.50 ERA. Payoff pitch finds the outside corner. And Alonzo Jones is rung up to start off the game. After the backwards K, Riley Smith, the second baseman, will dig in. Riley Smith, the second baseman out of Minnesota University from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Just finished up his sophomore season where he would have his struggles at the plate, batting just 143, but not off to a bad start here in Green Bay, and Smith is batting 283 in his 12 games. Nate Brown sends in the first pitch to him, another fastball. That's all we've seen from Brown so far, and that one finds the inside corner. Smith goes down in the count, 0-1. Nate Brown this past season for the national championship Gator team would appear in 9 games. 0-1 pitch, swung on. Liner foul right side over towards the bullpen of the Bullfrogs. And Smith goes down the count, 0-2. 18 innings pitched, managed 4 starts for a 1-0 record and a 5.00 ERA, would strike out 10 and walk 10 for the Gators this past season. Was ranked the 39th best overall prospect out of high school. 0-2 pitch, runs high and inside, 1-2. To say the least, Nate Brown, a very impressive resume coming into the game. We'll see if he can manage to shut down the Bullfrogs hitters who have done quite well recently despite the losses. 1-2 pitch, a curveball that breaks inside. I think it's the first curve we've seen from Nate. And moves the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Riley Smith tries to get on base for the first time for the Frogs. Bottom of the first inning, 1 out on the board, nobody on. Nate Brown sends in the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up foul past the press box here on the right side. Will stay at 2-2. Smith digs back in. Nate Brown patiently awaits for him to dig in. Now he rocks back and sends in the 2-2. Fast breaking ball, rather. That got wide of the catcher, Hanley. And it moves the count to full. 3-2 count now with an out on the board. As Nate Brown and Riley Smith kind of slow things down here after a very quick first at-bat. The payoff pitch swung on, and that one's fouled away left side. Smith fighting to stay alive here for this Green Bay Bullfrogs team. Of course, who came off of a loss last night. And what has seemed to have been the storyline for this Bullfrogs team just too often. They get a lead and then going into the later innings can't hold on to it. Their bullpen has not helped them out. Payoff pitch, swung on, grounded left side. That's going to be a base hit for Riley Smith. It's a grounder that finds the gap between shortstop and third, and it's the first hit of the game for the Frogs. Riley Smith starting the game out on the right foot for the Bullfrogs, and Troy Johnston, the left fielder, will dig in. Troy Johnston, the left-handed hitter out of Gonzaga University, has been playing great recently for the Frogs. Last night, Troy Johnston would go 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Playing left field last night as well. First pitch to him. Fastball swung on and fouled away right side over towards Kyle Bino, who is standing on deck for the Bullfrogs. He finds himself back into the lineup after sitting last night out as well. Not a bad crowd tonight for a Tuesday afternoon, especially the awning area right in front of the press box here. Some nice seating. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. A nice changeup from Nate Brown fools Johnston there. It moves the count to 0-2. Although the bleacher seating on the right and left side a bit scattered. Club seating looks full when the Bud Light Beach Club out and left is packed to the brim, and Lonnie's deck open out there and right as well. So a nice crowd here on hand, especially for a Tuesday night. A hot summer day, but as mentioned, the wind coming in kind of cools it off. Nate Brown comes set after throwing down over to first, but Riley Smith led back in safely. 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball wide. Maverick Canley has to jump over to his left to stop that one from getting behind him. And it's a 1-2 count here with an out on the board. Joey Johnson stands back in and patiently awaits. Nate Brown, the righty, checks the runner at first and Smith. And now throws back to first. Smith slides back safely with no tag from the first baseman, David Vinsky. Nate Brown, the Florida Gator, comes set. Checks the runner at Smith again. And now deals in the 1-2. Fastball that finds the outside corner. The second strikeout of the inning for Nate Brown. Both coming on backwards K. Both peppering that outside corner. Some of these hitters might think that it's a bit wide, but to tip your hat off to the home plate umpire tonight, Motts. Both of those hitting the exact same spot to Jones and Johnston. Those are the two that struck out. Kyle Bino digs in for the Bullfrogs and swings at an 89-mile-per-hour fastball, but he's way behind that one. Goes down the count 0-1. Kyle Bino, the Youngstown State product on the season for the Bullfrogs, have managed 4 home runs. He digs in with a runner over at first and Riley Smith, who got on with a grounding single. Throw back to first. Smith slides back in safely. Bit worried about Riley Smith. We haven't seen Smith take off all that often this year. Granted, he's only played in 12 games. In those 12, he has 3 stolen bases. He's got the speed, too, and the athleticism, no doubt about that. Brown deals in the 0-1. That one swung on and fouled back into the backstop. Straight back. Bino right underneath that. And he goes down the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Kyle Bino on the season batting .234, but in the past 10 games or so for the Frogs has been on a bit of a skid, batting under 200. Go back to first. Smith slides back in safely again. As Brown worried about the runner over there in Smith. Not the 5th time he's thrown back over today. Smith staying disciplined, however. 0-2 pitch. Runs wide for a ball, 1-2. I mean, that nearly actually snuck back into hittable zone there for Bino. It was an intentional ball that went outside. And Bino probably could have squared away and swung at that thing. Not quite on target to where Brown wanted it. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nate Brown starts his day off with 3 strikeouts here in the first inning. On to the second we go. The Bullfrogs tied up with the Madison Mallards 0-0. They do manage a hit in the inning off the bat of Riley Smith. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Attention pizza lovers, have you tried a Brew Pub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half-pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brew Pub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Tired of running to the bank for every little check? You can save a trip to the bank with the convenience of mobile check deposit from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Snapping a picture with our app is as safe as depositing checks at one of our 7 locations. No more rushing to the bank before closing to make those important deposits. Visit snbt.com to enroll for mobile check deposit today. The Stevenson National Bank and Trust, 101 Bray Lake Way in O'Connell. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. My name's Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. We are here in the top of the second inning where the Bullfrogs are all tied up with the Madison Mallards 0-0. We thought that it possibly could be a pitcher's duel. We'll see if it will stay that way. Connor Wallersheim, of course, the ace for this Bullfrogs team so far this season. On the year has a 3-2 record and comes into the game with the best ERA of any starting pitcher with a 2.27 ERA. In 6 starts, he has thrown 35 strikeouts to 15 walks, has allowed just 9 earned runs in 35 2/3 innings. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. digs in here for the Madison Mallards, and the first pitch goes by, a fastball high. Mitchell swings and misses at it, and it's an 0-1 count to start off the inning. Connor Wallersheim out of Kent State kicks the leg and sends in the 0-1. That one swung on, sliced away foul, right side, and it moves the count to 0-2. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. is out of California University, the right-handed hitter, just finished up his sophomore year. 0-1 pitch runs by inside for a ball. Mitchell Jr. kind of hesitated for a moment and then started running over to first as if he was hit by the pitch. He's having a word with the home plate umpire and saying that the ball hit me. Home plate umpire Quentin Mott says no, it didn't, and still Mitchell's continuing to disagree with the home plate umpire. The only thing that makes me kind of want to stay on Mott's side is the fact that the hitter and Mitchell kind of hesitated there for a moment, and then he decided to start running to first. A 1-2 pitch runs low, and the count evens at 2-2. Connor Wallersheim comes set now, and guess the ball didn't hit Mitchell, as it wasn't that much of a disagreement. I think he tried to get away with something there. Nonetheless, the count evens to a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That doesn't even it up, but it moves it to a full count. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball just misses the zone. A nice pitch from Connor Wallersheim, but we're talking centimeters high. The first walk of the game for Connor Wallersheim comes here in the top of the second, and David Vinsky, the first baseman, will now dig in. Vinsky, the right-handed hitter out of Northwood University, a Division II school out in Michigan. Wallersheim checks the runner at first and deals in. That ball swung on, a pop-up right side, foul over into the bullpen of the Bullfrog. Nobody can get over to it. And so the count moves to 0-1. There's a couple of different guys from Northwood University around the Northwoods League. Of course, first time I saw it, my eyebrows raised just because of the name Northwoods League. No connection, however. 0-1 pitch. Fastball wide, evens the count, a ball and a strike here. Vinsky this past season at Northwood would have a great year. Would have 109 hits, 4 home runs, 60 RBIs. Unbelievable number. 1-1. Breaking ball just misses high. And it's a 2-1 count here. Has played in just 3 games for the Madison Mallards this season. In those 3, supporting a .250 batting average. The 2-1 pitch. Runner off from first. Ball swung on. Fly ball to right. Tanner Poole tracking back, or Kyle Bino rather, and he grabs it for the first down. Of course, Tanner Poole last night playing right field for the Bullfrogs gets the night off. After having a good day last night, Tanner Poole managed to get walked 4 times in the game, the most by any Bullfrog this season. So Kyle Bino will stand in for him today out in right field. He makes the grab out there on the warning track. 1 away. Wallersheim steps off the mound and tosses one over to first, where Mitchell slowly walks back. Mitchell, of course, took off early on the fly ball. Go back over there again, and Mitchell stands back on. So Wallersheim a little worried about him, as Maverick Hanley, the catcher, stands in now for the Madison Mallard. First pitch into him. Fastball high, a 1-0 count. Maverick Hanley, the catcher for this Madison Mallards team. Stands in, batting righty awaiting. Holding his bat high above his head. Swings at the 1-0 pitch. Pop fly. Foul territory. Over by the bullpen. Bourbon's over there. Makes the grab. 2 away here after a good defensive play by Willie Bourbon. Slides in to make the grab there. I don't think it was necessary to make this slide, but we'll give him some style points for it. Doesn't want to risk, of course, making that awkward over the head catch, so he drops down to make sure he corrals the ball, and he does just that. 2 away now. Jeffrey Mitchell still over at first, and Thomas Smart, the third baseman, digs in. First pitch to him. Fastball runs high, 1-0. Thomas Smart gets the nod over Cal Aldridge, who was supposed to start at third base today. However, right before the game, the lineups were actually changed. Connor Wallersheim, the left-handed pitcher, deals in the 1-0. That one swung on and missed, 1-1. The reason I bring that up, well, Cal Aldridge and Connor Wallersheim, they're cousins. I just spoke with Wallersheim's mother before the game, and she told me that the first time that the two players have ever faced off against each other on the diamond. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Moves the count to 1-2 with 2 outs on the board. And so, almost disappointing that Aldridge not in the lineup today for the Madison Mallard, as he was recently signed after having a nice temporary career, and Rockford Rivens was signed to the Madison Mallards team about a week ago. Wallersheim, the lefty, checks the runner at first, deals in the 1-2. Fastball finds the inside corner. It's a backwards K that ends the top of the second inning. The Bullfrogs leave one stranded at first. That'll do it for the top of the second. Bullfrogs tied up with the Madison Mallards 0-0. Stay tuned for the bottom half. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
American Inn Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
This is Larry Fitzgerald with Game Day Goal. Tune in to WOCO FM 107.1 Fridays at 6 p.m. to hear me and Eric Nelson discuss the sports topics of the day.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium. Bottom of the second about to get underway, and Alex Pinner, the designated hitter, due up for the Frogs, as it will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Alex Pinner, Brad Hamilton, and Willie Bourbon. Alex Pinner, the hottest Bullfrog this season currently, at the time, I should say, as in the last 10 games, Alex Pinner batting .419, has been just great at the plate. 1-0 pitch goes by wide, and then the next one comes by low, and so Pinner ahead in the count here, 2 balls, no strike. Nobody on, just got underway with the bottom of the second. We're tied up 0-0. Nate Brown sends in the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, line drive right field. That's going to drop fair. Alex Pinner rounding first. He's going to go for 2. He's going to get there easily, but Chris Sabo is going to hold him up over there at second. It's a lead-off double to start off the second inning for Alex Pinner. I just mentioned, this guy's been hot, but wow, he has been impressive. In his last 9 games, 13 hits, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Make that 14 hits now on the season, or rather just in the last 9, as Pinner has really found his stride here in the Northwoods League. So Brad Hamilton, the all-star for this Green Bay Bullfrogs team, now digs in. The catcher out of Kent State awaits, and Nate Brown sends one to him. A fastball that swung on and fouled away right side. The count moves to 0-1. Hamilton, the lone all-star for this Bullfrogs team, I think fitting for the fact that he was the lone returner from last year's team. Nate Brown checks the runner at second a couple times and deals in an 89-mile-per-hour heater. That Hamilton's behind, missed everything, 0-2. Hamilton started the season out on a tear, batting .460 through the first 12 games or so. 0-2 pitch, fastball finds the outside corner. The third backwards K of the day for Nate Brown, the 4th overall strikeout. And we're only in the second inning. So 1 out on the board, and Willie Bourbon, the first baseman out of Northwestern, will dig in. The left-handed hitter on the season for the Green Bay Bullfrogs comes into the game struggling a bit at the plate as Bourbon supports just a 181 batting average. Swings at that one, a line drive right side, but it's foul. A well-hit ball there that gets all the way over into the corner. Bounces one time, and it hits off of the liney's deck out there in right. However, nobody can get there. One of the pitchers for the Bullfrog staff, I think it was Jared Toby, ran out on the field, grabbed it, and ran back over into the bullpen. He's having fun out there. But with 1 out on the board, an 0-1 count to Bourbon. Shows bunt, but pulls it away. It's way inside. As Chris Sabo would have liked to elected to move Alex Pinner over to third base and put possibly the Frogs in an opportunity for a scoring chance. Bourbon digs back in. 1-1 count after the ball came inside. Pinner takes a lead at second. Nate Brown gives him a look. Gives him another. Deals in the 1-1. Fastball that runs low and gets away from the catcher, Maverick Hanley. And Alex Pinner easily moves over to third base. So the Bullfrogs thought about moving Pinner over with the sacrifice bunt, but, I guess a pass ball will work just as good. And is now Willie Bourbon ahead in the count, 2-1 with an out on the board, and the Frogs with a run 90 feet away from taking the lead. Bourbon, the left-handed hitter, awaits. The righty and Brown deals in the 2-1. Fastball swung on to pop up foul territory left side in front of the dugout, and it bounces over towards the club seating over on the left side on the third base side. Of course, here at Joe Annie Stadium, we got club seating down the third base side, right behind the dugout of the Mallards, and some club seating on the right side, over behind the dugout of the Bullfrogs on the first base side. And then there's some bleacher seating here at 3 different sections of it, right, center, and left. Good amount of seatings here. I'd say max capacity about 1,700. 2-2. Fastball that finds the outside corner. Are you kidding me? Another backwards K for Nate Brown. Make it 5 strikeouts here in the game. Every single out so far for the Mallards coming in strikeout fashion, all due to this righty out of Florida, Nate Brown. It's another one of those fastball that paints the outside corner that these left-handed hitters just can't face off against. Dan Leckie, the third baseman, now digs in and watches a breaking ball run inside, 1-0. Dan Leckie playing in just his 3rd game as a Bullfrog here tonight. In those 3 games, or 2 games, since this is his 3rd, he's batting just .111, has managed a hit in 9 at-bats. Watches the 1-0 pitch run inside for a ball. And so it's a 2-0 count now with 2 outs on the board. Alex Pinner over at third. Nate Brown deals in the 2-0. That one swung on, popped up, foul behind home plate. The catcher, Maverick Hanley, chasing back, but can't get to it as it's out of play. 2-1. 79 degrees out here in Green Bay. As mentioned, a nice breeze as well. Good day to come out to the baseball park, that's for sure. About a crowd of, I'd say, 700, 800, 900 or so out to the stadium. Hard to tell with the Bud Light Beach Club. I mean, that thing is packed to the brim out there and left. 2-1 pitch. Swung on. That one's fouled away. It evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In fact, normally when we see people out there in the Bud Light Beach Club, they don't actually use the beach portion of it. However, it looks like there's some kids out there, and, I mean, they're loving it, making sand castles. There's some beach chairs out there. They're enjoying the day. 2-2. Swung on. Grounded up the middle of the field. Shortstop has it. The throw to first in time. That retires the side. The Bullfrogs leave one stranded over at third. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. On to the third inning we go. Tied up 0-0.
Season are winners on the first base side fairly.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Top of the third inning here. All tied up 0-0. Connor Wallersheim on the day with 2 strikeouts, and Nate Brown with a very impressive 5 strikeouts on the day. And Cade Bunnell, the second baseman, will dig in. Cade Bunnell, the sophomore out of Madison College, gets to stay home for the summer. As Cade Bunnell, of course, playing for the Madison Mallard, swings at the first pitch he sees, fly ball into left. That's tracking back, and that's going to bounce off the grass and into the warning track. Rounding first is Bunnell, and he's going to get all the way to second, standing up. A lead-off double to start off the top of the third inning. The first hit of the day for the Madison Mallards. And Cade Bunnell, the second baseman, batting in the 8-hole, gets it done. The first hit. Bunnell struggling here recently as well, was batting just 118 coming into the at-bat, wasting no time there. Launching that one into left. And Jake Matheny, the designated hitter, digs in. Wallersheim sends in the first pitch. Fastball low, 1-0. Jake Matheny, the designated hitter, of course, today for the Mallard. Out of Indiana, just finished up his freshman season, where in 17 games he would bat a 161. Swings at the 1-0 pitch, pop up into the infield. First baseman Willie Bourbon underneath of it makes the grab, 1 away. So back up to the top of the lineup as the all-star Cole Daly will dig in. Cole Daly, the sophomore out of Notre Dame, on the season for the Madison Mallards, batting .335. I mean, he has been phenomenal this season. Just great. The past 10 games, batting .270, so not as good as he has been, but I'm sure it's a matter of time. Wallersheim looking to push that time a little bit farther back here. Deals in a breaking ball that comes in. It's a grounder to first. The throw to first to Wallersheim. Not in time. The first base umpire there, Napoli, didn't have the best position to have a look on it, as it's a grounder right side, almost closer to the second baseman than the first baseman, and he finds himself behind both of them. Willie Bourbon throws the ball over to Wallersheim, who had sprinted over to cover the bag. However, the throw's not in time. And what would have been 2 outs on the board and a runner at third is 1 out on the board with runners on the corners. So Daly manages the infield single, and Zach Taylor digs in. First pitch he sees a fastball wide, a 1-0 count here. Zach Taylor, the left fielder today, his last time up would fly out to center. Wallersheim deals in the 1-0. That one swung on and missed. Evens the count up, a ball and a strike here. We're in the top of the third inning. But the Bullfrogs are tied up with the Madison and Mallards 0-0. The Mallards threatening to take a lead, however, as Cade Bunnell stands over at third base after his leadoff double. The 1-1. Swung on, grounded to second. Throw to second in time, throw to first. Got him. 4-6-3 double play leaves 2 runners stranded. That'll do it for the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. We're going to move on to the bottom of the third after this, tied up 0-0.
Tri-City Glass Indoors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Just like a great coach,
State Farm agents Margie Dahl, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena
can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs, whether it's car, home, life, health, or business.
Agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty
can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change,
agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty
will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm
agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and a welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here in the bottom of the third inning, about to get underway, where the Bullfrogs are tied up with the Madison Mallards 0-0. Due up here in the bottom of the third inning for the Frogs will be Richie Tecco, Alonzo Jones, and Riley Smith. It's the 9-1-2 hitters. Richie Tecco watches the ball go down low. And it gets past the catcher as well. A 1-0 count. And then the 1-0 delivery is a fastball that runs high. So 2-0 to start off the inning. 2-0 delivery runs low in the dirt, and Richie Tecco gets ahead in the count. 3-0 here with no outs on the board. Just got underway, bottom of the third inning. The 3-0 delivery. Another fastball, that one's low in the dirt, and the right-handed pitcher, and Nate Brown, walks the first batter of this third inning. Not like him, of course, starting the game out here. 5 strikeouts in the first 2 frames. Some very impressive numbers there to start off the game. Well, can't find the strike zone in the first batter, and Richie Tecco gets on base. Tecco takes a lead over at first, and Alonzo Jones, the center fielder, digs in. First pitch to him, swung on and missed. 88-mile-per-hour fastball. Jones behind it. Jones, the switch hitter, batting lefty here against the right-handed pitcher. Nate Brown comes set. Kicks the leg, sends in the 0-1. That one swung on, a fly ball deep into right. That's at the warning track. That's out of the stadium. Bounces off the top of the wall, and she's gone. A 2-run shot for Alonzo Jones, his second home run of the season. Alonzo Jones has been absolutely electrifying this year for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Sound the foghorn as Jones sends that one off the top of the wall out there and right. Off the bat, it looked promising, and then you see it coming down. You say, I don't know if that's going to get out of here. And then sure enough, couldn't have been put any less on that one as it bounces off the top of the wall and over out into the park out there past right field. Riley Smith now digs in for the Bullfrogs, watches the first one go by for a strike, an 0-1 count to start the at-bat. But how do you follow up that? The 2-run shot, Bullfrogs take a 2-0 lead. 0-1 pitch, that one runs high and wide. A 1-1 count now. The first home run that Nate Brown has given up this season for the Madison Mallard. Brown sends in the 1-1. Another fastball. That one swung on and fouled away. Hope the catcher's okay, it looks like. That one right off the end of the bat. Comes back, hits the catcher square in the mass there. And then it pops up and gets past the press box here. It can't be comfortable. An 89-mile-per-hour fastball and hits you square in the noggin. 1-2 count now after the foul away. 1-2. Breaking ball that runs high and inside, just missing the zone. Good pitch from Nate Brown. But better discipline from Smith evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Nate Brown trying to bounce back after allowing the walk and then the homer. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Make it 6 strikeouts on the day now for Nate Brown. I had to look down at my notes when I said that to make sure that I was right. I mean, that is unheard of nearly. 6 strikeouts here in 2 2/3 innings pitched. There's only been 1 out that has not come from a game. That would have been Dan Leckie's ground out to shortstop. Has pitched well, of course, then a 1 pitch haunting him. The Alonzo Jones 2-run homer. Troy Johnston, the left fielder, now digs in. He's 0 for 1 with a backwards K on the day. Would go down looking back in the first inning. 0-1 delivery. Nice 2-seam fastball there. Finds the zone. That one dipped in, had some curve to it, found its way back in. A 90-mile-per-hour heater. No way I'm hitting that one. And Johnson didn't want anything of it either. 0-2 count now, out on the board. The delivery finds the outside corner. Johnston goes down looking for the second straight time. More notably, however, 7 strikeouts here for Nate Brown. Nate Brown out there feeling it on the mound. However, the Bullfrogs have managed 3 hits off of him. A single in the first, a double in the second, and, of course, the home run from Alonzo Jones here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch to Kyle Bino, swung on and fouled away as well. Maverick Hanley, the catcher, catches that foul ball in the face mask as well. So an 0-1 count to start off the at-bat here in Joe Aney Stadium. The Bullfrogs, of course, coming off of a loss last night to the Chinooks. And the Mallards coming off a victory over the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders. 0-1 pitch comes by, fastball right over the plate. Bino watched it go by into the mid. 0-2. That game last night for the Madison Mallards would go all the way down into the 8th inning when someone would finally score. 0-2 pitch swung on, a fly ball in a shallow center. The center fielder, Doran Turchin, gets underneath of it and grabs the can of corn for the 3rd out. That'll do it for the 3rd frame. The Bullfrogs take a 2-0 lead. A 2-run shot from Alonzo Jones gives the Bullfrogs the advantage. On to the 4th inning we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
It's the best time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in Oconto Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side, or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selection.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium. Top of the fourth inning. Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead over the Madison Mallards. Due up for the Mallards here in the inning will be Doran Turchin and Jeffrey Mitchell and David Vinsky. The Bullfrogs got out of the last inning in a bind. They had runners at first and third, but Connor Wallersheim forced Zach Taylor to hit into the 4-6-3 double play, and they would leave one stranded over there at the 3-bag. Doran Turchin stands in now for the Madison Mallards and watches the ball go by. The 1-0 pitch comes in, a fastball that finds the inside corner. Nice pitch from Wallersheim. Doran Turchin couldn't believe it. He had to scoot it away from it. He thought that thing was coming inside. The 1-1. Another fastball. Nice changeup, actually, from Wallersheim. As Doran Turchin swings at that one way early. Not even meaningful. A 1-2. That one just misses high and wide. Another change up from Wallersheim there. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wally sends in the 2-2 pitch. That one finds the zone. A backwards K for Connor Wallersheim here to start off the fourth inning. His third strikeout of the day. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., the right fielder, will now dig in for the Madison Mallards. Jeffrey Mitchell out of the University of California. On the season for the Mallards, batting .284. The last 10 games or so, batting just .194, however. Swings at the first pitch he sees and misses. 0-1. Nice breaking ball there from Wallersheim. He gets ahead. Mitchell would have managed the walk his last time up. 0-1 pitch. That one swung on, line drive deep into center field. Tracking back is Jones at the warning track, and it's off the wall. Mitchell rounding first. He's going to get to second, standing up. And it's going to be a double for Mitchell, his first hit of the game. So after throwing a couple of nasty strikes, Mitchell figures out Wallersheim and sends a fly ball deep to dead center. I mean, that thing bounced one time, hit the wall on the batter's eye. And just like that, 1 out on the board. And a runner in scoring position for the Mallards. David Vinsky, the first baseman, now digs in. He flew out to right his last time up. Wallersheim stands in and deals in the first pitch to him. Swung on, blooper into right. Rounding third, or no, rather he's going to stay at third, is Jeffrey Mitchell. Madison Mallard string together 2 hits now as David Vinsky lines a grounder. Well, I don't know. I'd say a blooper, I should say, into right field. Second baseman Riley Smith can't put a glove on it. Had no opportunity to, in fact, just a well-hit ball by Vinsky. And he stands over at first, and Jeffrey Mitchell moves over to third. Bullfrogs in another bind here with 1 out on the board, runners on the corner. Maverick Hanley digs in now. The catcher's last time up would foul out over to first. First pitch he sees, a breaking ball that misses high, 1-0. Righty stands in and awaits. Wallersheim trying to get out of another bind here. The 1-0. Fastball swung on, popped up into right field. Tracking back is Riley Smith, the second baseman, and he'll grab it for the second out. A much-needed pop out there for Connor Wallersheim as Riley Smith gets underneath of it over near the first base bag out into the grass in right field. And 2 are retired. Runners at first and third here, top of the fourth inning. Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead here early over the Madison Mallards. Thomas Smart, the third baseman, will now dig in for the Mallards. Smart, his last time up, would go down looking. Thomas Smart out of Oakton Community College, just finished up his freshman season. The righty stands in and Wallersheim deals to him. Fastball, swung on and missed, 0-1. Thomas Smart supporting the no batting gloves look. I don't know how many guys we've seen do that this season. Anderson in their green tops and gray pants, and the Bullfrogs in their home pinstripe whites. 0-1 pitch. Fastball, swung on, liner into center. Running forward is Jones, and he makes the grab. Wallersheim gets the Bullfrogs out of another bind. Leaves two stranded at first and second. That'll do it here for the top of the fourth inning. On to the second half we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, Joanne Stadium. Bottom of the fourth inning about to get underway, and the Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead over the Madison Mallards. Alex Pinner looking to continue his hot hitting here for the Bullfrogs. Is 1 for 1 on the day, managed the double to lead off the second inning. However, would be stranded over at third in that second. He swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it away left side. 0-1. Alex Pinner stands in, switch hitter batting lefty, watches an 88-mile-per-hour fastball run wide, and it moves the count to 1-1. Alex Pinner, back at Scottsdale Community College, will be named a JUCO All-American. Swings at the 1-1 pitch, line drive to third. Thomas Smart right there to make the grab, however. Straight into his glove, one away. Well hit ball by Alex Pinner, however, it's right into the glove of the third baseman Smart. Call it the hot corner for the reason. Didn't have much time to react to it, but made the play. Brad Hamilton, the catcher, will now dig in for the Bullfrogs. Struck out looking his last time up. And he looks at a fastball and it runs low into the dirt. 1-0. Right-handed hitter out of Kent State awaits the 1-0 to him. That's a fastball right over the plate. And it moves the count to 1-1. Brad Hamilton out of Ohio. The Kent State Golden Flash this past season would bat .239. 1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled away right side. 1-2. His All-Star announcement highlight video was actually released today on Twitter and Facebook. Make sure to go give it a look and a like. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball high and inside. Hamilton leans away from that one. He was ready for that one to hit him. It moves the count to 2-2. You can follow us on Twitter and check that out at GB Bullfrog. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball that finds the inside corner. Hamilton can't believe it. Gives a long look over to the umpire and will walk back to his dugout. The second time he's gone down looking here in the game, and Willie Bourbon will dig in. Bourbon, the first baseman on the day, 0 for 1, would strike out looking back in the second inning. Willie Bourbon out of Northwestern University would struggle this past season for the Wildcats, batting just .164. Fouls away the first pitch he sees and goes down the count 0-1. and 23 hits, 2 home runs, and 12 RBIs for Northwestern. But the year before that would have a solid season, batted .250 and 28 RBIs as a freshman. 0-1 pitch to him. Breaking ball that just misses the zone. It's wide, 1-1. Bullfrogs currently sitting at the cellar of the South Division. Lone possession of 10th place. 1-1 pitch found away left side, 1-2. The Madison Mallards currently sit and 7th in the South Division. They're 2-4 coming into the game in this second half of the season. They have lost 3 of their last 5, and then 1-2 pitch finds the outside corner, make it another strikeout for Nate Brown. Brown all the way up to 9 strikeouts on the day. An absolute great day for Nate Brown. However, Alonzo Jones would make him pay for a fastball left over the plate. He hit the 2-run homer in the bottom of the third. The Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead here. Stay tuned for the 5th inning after this. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Just like a great coach,
State Farm agents Margie Dahl and Oconto and Paul Huberty and Lena
can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business,
agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty
can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change,
agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty
will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm
agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here. Top of the 5th inning, about to get underway. Connor Wallersheim still out on the bump for the Bullfrogs. He has 3 strikeouts in 4 innings pitched, has allowed 4 hits and has walked 1, and has got the Frogs out of some jams. Has left 2 runners stranded at third twice tonight. Deals in the first one. It's a breaking ball that runs inside. Cade Bunnell watches it go by, 1-0. Cade Bunnell out of Madison College swings at the 1-0 pitch, but fouls it away left side into the backstop. 1-1. Bunnell this past season at Madison College would bat .291 with 37 RBI. The 1-1 pitch to him. That one swung on and missed. 1-2. Transferred in from Kansas State, where for the Wildcats he would bat .227. He's a Wisconsin native. Stands in, batting lefty. 1-2 to him. Finds the zone, a backwards K. The 4th strikeout of the night for Connor Wallersheim. And the fans love it, well, because the beer batter just struck out. Half-price beer for all of the Bullfrogs fans here. For those that have come around. The first out of the inning, notably, I think last night the beer batter struck out 3 different times, but every time it was the last out of the inning. So a little more time here to grab some half-price beer. Jake Matheny, the designated hitter, digs in now for the Mallards. Fouls away the first pitch he sees and goes down the count 0-1. Wallersheim deals it to him, wasting no time. A nice breaking ball swung on and missed. 0-2. Jake Matheny out of Indiana, just finished up his freshman season. 0-2 pitch, fastball that runs high, 1-2. That one way up there at about eye level or so. Wallersheim waits no time, sends in the 1-2. Breaking ball just misses the zone. Gotta admit, similar place to where those strikeouts have been to the left-handed bat. But it evens the count, 2-2. The delivery. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Connor Wallersheim. Second of the inning, fifth of the day. 2 strikeouts in a row here for Wallersheim, and Cole Daly, the shortstop, will dig in. We're here in the top of the 5th inning where the Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead. Cole Daly, the all-star, digs in and watches a fastball run by inside. 0-1. 0-1 delivery. That one's in there also. He goes down the count 0-2. Wallersheim feeling it out on the bump. Wallersheim, a guy that wastes no time. Once the batter's ready, he's sending it. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. 3 in a row for the left-handed pitcher out of Kent State. That's Wallersheim's 6th of the day. And that'll do it here for the top of the 5th. Wallersheim's dealing, folks. On to the bottom of the 5th we go. Bullfrogs lead 2-0. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned. How was he at? That's wild, dude. This kid's good, dude, for them. Yeah, dude, it's left-handed batters only. Oh, yeah, you're right.
That you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here, bottom of the 5th inning, about to get underway, where the Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead over the Madison Mallards. Nate Brown still out on the mound for the Mallards. The right-handed pitcher comes set and deals in the first pitch to Dan Leckie, which is a fastball that runs low, 1-0. Leckie, the third baseman for the Green Bay Bullfrogs, recent addition to the team. 1-0 pitch, fastball swung on, line drive to left, running forward is Zach Taylor. When he makes the grab on the run easily, 1 retired. Richie Tecco, the shortstop, will now dig in for the Bullfrogs. Tecco, his last time up, would be walked and, of course, came around to score thanks to Alonzo Jones' 2-run homer. Dan Leckie, the third baseman, digs in. The right-handed batter out of Ryder watches a fastball run wide and in the dirt, 1-0. Richie Tecco coming into the game for the Bullfrogs, only with 2 hits on the day. Swings in the 1-0. It's a liner into right. That's going to drop for a base hit. Make that 3 hits on his year. Coming into the game was just 2 for 17. Ropes a frozen rope into right. Or hits a frozen rope into right, I should say. Just over the head of Cade Bunnell. Bunnell thought he was going to make the leaping grab on it, when it just edges off the edge of his glove, and it's a base hit for Richie Tecco. The 4th hit today for the Bullfrogs, and Tecco takes the lead over at first base. Alonzo Jones, the switch hitter, stands in now. He hit the homer off of him last time. Grounds one right back to the pitcher. Throw to second in time. Throw to first in time. Make it a 1-6-3 double play for the Madison Mallards. Wow. What a play by Nate Brown. He is having a game. Gets one back against Alonzo Jones, of course, who hit the home run off of him the last time up. And just like that, on to the 6th inning we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Did you know that we here at the O'Connell Pharmacy would mail your prescriptions to you at the O'Connell Pharmacy? We would like to make things easy for you. The O'Connell Pharmacy. Our family helping your family.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wisconsin. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Top of the sixth inning. Bullfrogs lead the Madison Mallards 2-0. Connor Weilersheim still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. Left-handed pitcher so far through 5 has allowed just 3 hits. Zach Taylor lays down a bunt left side, and talk about a perfect bunt. That is it right there. Zach Taylor wasting no time, lays one down the third base side. Nothing that the third baseman could do about it. Dan Leckie running forward, just kind of hopes that it goes foul, and it doesn't. And it's the 4th hit of the game for the Mallards. Zach Taylor sneaks one past the Bullfrogs there and takes a lead over at first. Doran Turchin, the center fielder, now digs in. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Runner off from first. Throw down from Hamilton. Not in time. Zach Taylor slides in safely underneath the tag of the second baseman, Riley Smith. And just like that, a bunt and then a stolen base puts Zach Taylor in scoring position at second. Doran Turchin, the all-star for this Madison Mallards team, not off to a great start, would strike out looking his last time up, and back in the first inning, hit into a double play. Weilersheim sends in the 1-0. Swung on, rounded to Leckie at third, throw to first, not on the time, it's off the bag. Willie Bourbon makes the grab and tries to make this sweeping tag, however, he's off the bag, and it's an E5. And runners on the corners now. And Weilersheim in another bind. There's a right-handed pitcher warming up in the pin for the Madison Mallards. And a Weilersheim here. He's done it twice before. Can he do it again? Finds himself with runners on the corners and no outs on the board this time. First pitch that Jeffrey Mitchell sees, an 87-mile-per-hour fastball, runs wide. A 1-0 count now. Bullfrogs have a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Runners take their leads at first and third. Weilersheim deals in the 1-0, but it misses wide. A 2-0 count now. It's a bunt and a stolen base. That puts Zach Taylor all the way over at third. And then an E5 put Turchin on at first. Mitchell stands in. Weilersheim checks the runner at first and deals in the 2-0. Finds the inside corner. A nice curveball from Weilersheim. He gets one back and it moves the count to 2 balls and a strike here. Go back to first. Runner slides back in safely. Jeffrey Mitchell dug in, batting .284 on the season for the Mallards on a skid, batting just .194 in the last 10. The 2-1. Swung on and fouled back into the backstop. Evens the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mitchell against the Bullfrogs this season has played well, batting .316 against this Bullfrogs team. A 2-2 count here. Runners on the corner. Weilersheim, the Kent State product, stands in. Stares down the runner at first. Deals in the 2-2. Runs high and wide, an 87-mile-per-hour fastball, and it moves the count full. Bullfrogs holding on to a 2-0 lead here as we are in the top of the 6th inning. Weilersheim comes set. Checks the runner at first and deals. Runner off. Swung on, fouled away left side. Over towards the dugout of the Bullfrogs. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Weilersheim just finished up his sophomore season at Kent State, where he appeared in 15 games, supporting a 3.51 ERA. Would have 2 saves and throw 45 strikeouts this past year. He comes set. Deals in the payoff. Runner off from first. Swung on. Line drive into center. Runner at third, and Taylor will tag up and come across to score. But it's the first out on the board for the Bullfrogs. Not the worst thing that could have happened to the Frogs there. But not the worst thing for the Mallards to happen either, as it's a sacrifice fly off the bat of Jeffrey Mitchell that scores Zach Taylor. Taylor comes across, and the score moves to 2-1 in favor of the Bullfrogs. Now runner at first, and David Vinsky, the first baseman, will dig in. Vinsky 1 for 2 on the day. Runner off, swung on, slicer into right field. Rounding second is Turchin. He's going to be held up over at third, but it's runners on the corners now. A perfectly executed hit and run there by the Madison Mallards. Vinsky manages his second hit of the game. He's now 2 for 3 on the day as a little blooper gets into right field. 1 out on the board, runners on the corners now as the Mallards threaten to tie the game up here. Bullfrogs lead 2-1. We're in the top of the 6th. Weilersheim stands in, deals in the first pitch to Hanley, and the catcher watches the breaking ball miss the zone. That ball looked like it was right over the plate. Counts 1-0, however. Brad Hamilton couldn't really believe it. Just kind of left the mitt there for a couple of seconds. The 1-0 pitch misses high and inside, however. An 86-mile-per-hour fastball. 2-0. Hanley out of Stanford. Just finished up his freshman season. The 2-0 delivery. That one swung on and fouled away. 2-1. Maverick Hanley only played in 18 games this past season for the Cardinals and would bat 155 in those. Mallards have a couple of guys from the Pac-12 conference. Weilersheim comes set. Lefty checks the runner at first. Deals in the 2-1. Swung on, fouled away left side over towards the dugout of the Mallards again. And it evens the count now 2-2 here. If Weilersheim can leave another runner stranded at third, it would be impressive. Of course, the Mallards get a run across off of a sacrifice fly that you can't really put on Weilersheim. The 2-2. That one runs away and high. A full count now. As, of course, Taylor would lay down a bunt to lead off the inning. And then steal second, was moved over off of an E5 and then scores off of the sac fly. The payoff. Runner off. Swung on, fouled away right side. As the Madison Mallards very aggressive here in this 6th inning. They don't know how many opportunities they're going to have to try to get some runs against this Bullfrogs team. As Connor Weilersheim has been dealing through 6 through 5 innings. 6 strikeouts, that is. Payoff. Swung on, a blooper into right field. That's going to drop fair. Runner comes across to score, and it's an RBI single for Maverick Hanley. Doran Turchin comes across, and the Mallards tie it up 2-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. The Mallards score off of a sacrifice fly and then a single from Maverick Hanley. Hanley, of course, a recent addition to this team for the Madison Mallard. Gets it done here in the top of the 6th inning with the RBI single. Hanley has played in just a few games for the Mallards this season. Throw back to first, didn't get him. That was close, though, as Hanley had a large lead. The tag from Bourbon not in time, however. Thomas Smart, the third baseman, digs in. Another throw back to first. Wallersheim's trying to get another out on the board here. Some quick attempts, but Hanley's on top of it. Gets back safely both times. One out on the board, runners on the corner. Mallards threatening to take a lead here. Wallersheim, the lefty, comes set. Deals one in. Swung on, popped up in the infield. First baseman Willie Bourbon underneath of it. Makes the grab. 2 away here as Wallersheim gets a applause from the crowd here. Very much impressed with Wallersheim there to put 2 outs on the board with 2 runs that have already came across. The game's tied up here, but as mentioned, you can't really put it all on Wallersheim there. Of course, the last run that came across unearned. As the runner got on due to the E5. And Cade Bunnell, the second baseman, now digs in. Bunnell 1 for 2 on the day with a double, which struck out his last time up in the 5th inning, however. Time's called by the batter, Bunnell. On Wallersheim was taking a little too much time as he is staring down Hanley over there at first. Top of the 6th, tied up 2-2. First pitch to Bunnell. Swung on and missed. 0-1. A nice pitch from Wallersheim got Bunnell chasing there. Low in the zone. Solid job by Hamilton to keep in front of it. Bunnell out of Madison College. Of course, that transfer out of Kansas State. On a skid here, batting 118 in his past 10. Wallersheim deals in the 0-1. That's a breaking ball that finds the zone. An 0-2 count now. Bullfrogs fans chanting, of course, to get behind Wallersheim here and leave 2 stranded, but they also want some more half-price beer. As Bunnell would strike out in the last inning, that would make it 2 innings in a row here. 0-2 delivery. Runs inside for a ball, 1-2. Who would have thought that I'd give some in-depth commentary about half-price beer? One-two count here, 2 outs on the board. Wallersheim checks the runner at first. Sends in the 1-2, runner off. Throw down from Hamilton, not on target. It came across for a strike, however. A backwards came for Wallersheim. Make that 7 strikeouts on the night for Connor Wallersheim. He leaves 2 runners stranded. That'll do it here for the top of the 6th inning. Bullfrogs all tied up now, 2-2 with the Madison Mallards. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we could use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
It's Cellcom's Customer Appreciation Celebrations. Get smartphones from the top 2 brands for just a penny each, along with food prizes and sales on accessories. Cellcom, built for you. Available day of event only. New 2-year activation qualified upgrade required. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/celebrate for details.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin here. Bottom of the 6th inning, about to get underway where the Bullfrogs are tied up with the Madison Mallards 2-2. Alonzo Jones will get the Frogs on the board in the bottom of the 3rd inning with a 2-run shot. However, the Madison Mallards managed 2 runs in the top of the 6th inning off of some aggressive offense from the Mallards. They'd steal some bases, execute some hit and runs, and was just enough to tie the game 2-2. Connor Wallersheim would leave 2 stranded in the inning, however, which would bring the total to 6 runners stranded on the day for Connor Wallersheim and 7 strikeouts as well for the lefty out of Kent State. There has been some pitchers warming up in the pen today for the Bullfrogs, so that could have been the last inning we saw of Wallersheim. New pitcher out on the mound for the Madison Mallards, it's Matt McCarty. First pitch he throws is a strike that finds the inside corner, 0-1. Riley Smith dug in for the Bullfrogs here. The right-handed hitter out of Minnesota stands back in, taps home plate a couple times with his bat, and now waves it around. McCarty deals in the 0-1, fastball just wide, 1-1. Bit of a change of speeds here as Nate Brown's day has come to a close. Brown would pitch 5 complete innings for the Madison Mallards, allowed just 2 earned runs, 4 hits, and he struck out a grand total of 9 batters. 1-1 pitch, swung on and fouled away, 1-2. Overall tonight, we have seen 16 strikeouts, and we're only here in the bottom of the 6th inning where we're tied up 2-2. Matt McCarty so far this season for the Madison Mallards comes into the game supporting a batting average, or rather an ERA of 6.89. The righty kicks the leg and sends in the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go around? No. So that evens the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Appeal down to first. The first base umpire says no. Staying on deck for the Frogs is Troy Johnson, as it's the 2-3-4 hitters due up in this one. 2-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back into the backstop. Moves the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Matt McCarty comes set. Stares down Riley Smith. Nods his head. Rocks back, kicks the leg. Sends in the 2-2. Swung on, grounded up the middle of the field. Base hit for Riley Smith. His second of the game. Smith now 2 for 3 on the day. It's not pretty. Kills a couple of worms along the way. It's a grounder up the middle of the field. And it's a base hit for the Frogs. Their 5th hit of the night. And Troy Johnston, the left fielder, will dig in. Johnston on the day 0 for 2 with 2 backwards Ks. Would strike out looking his last 2 times up. After having a good day last night where he went 2 for 5 with 2 RBI. Left-handed hitter out of Gonzaga stands in awaiting. First pitch to him. Fastball. Swung on. Slicing foul ball left side. Past the bouncy house area over on the left side. Matt McCarty on the season. A 1-2 record. This is his 7th appearance. Was used as a starter earlier in the season, but got the win in the contest against Green Bay back on June 15th when the Mallards won 16-0. That one swung on, slow grounder to first. The first baseman grabs it and sprints over to the bag, beating out Troy Johnston for the first out. Riley Smith took off early on that one, so he gets to second base easily as that ground out nearly works almost as a sacrifice bunt. Troy Johnston, the left fielder, grounds out to first, and that brings up the right fielder, Kyle Bino. Bino on the day 0 for 2. Flew out to center his last time up and would strike out his first time up back in the first. as nearly every single player for the Bullfrogs today has struck out. Nearly all of them victims to Nate Brown. Of course, his day has come to a close. Kyle Bino digs in, watches an 85-mile-per-hour heater run wide, 1-0. Matt McCarthy out on the mound for the Mallards out of Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Just finished up his freshman year at Louisville. The righty checks the runner, and Smith at second and deals in the 1-0. Swing and a miss. A nice breaking ball from McCarty there. Fools Bino. Count moves to even, 1-1. Last time that McCarty appeared in a game was against Kalamazoo. He would pitch 4 innings, allow 2 earned runs. The Mallards would lose that game 7-8 against the Growlers. The 1-1. Swung on, fouled off the end of the bat. Back past the home plate. The count will remain a ball and 2 strikes here. Bullfrogs with the runner in scoring position, looking to take a lead as we are tied up 2-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Frogs with 5 hits on the day, the Mallards with 6. Kyle Bino out of Youngstown State leading this team in home runs with 4 on the year. But catching up to him is Alex Pinner. He's got 3. He stands on deck as well. Riley Smith had a huge lead at second. McCarty steps off the mound and Smith slides back in safely. Smith already with a stolen base on the day. The 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball that runs wide, 2-2. Kyle Bino out of Ohio. Parents have come up to the game a few times this year. Correction, Riley Smith does not have a stolen base today. However, the pitcher was worried about him at first. 2-2 pitch comes across, finds the outside corner, and to make it 10 strikeouts now altogether for the pitching staff of the Mallards. 17 combined between these two teams as we have had a pitching duel here early. Kyle Bino goes down swinging for the 2nd straight time. And Brad Hamilton, the catcher, will now dig in. Hamilton 0 for 2 with 2 backwards Ks on the day. Alex Pinner swings at the first pitch he sees. Ground ball to first. First baseman Vinsky has it. It's a foot race to the bag, and Vinsky beats out Pinner for the out. An unassisted out over at first will retire the 6th frame as Hamilton did not dig in. It was Alex Pinner. On to the 7th we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brewpub Lots Matza Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brewpub Lots Matza Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brewpub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brewpub Lots Matza Pizza right now from the concession stand or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brewpub Lots Matza Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in Wisconsin is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, it just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne Stadium here, top of the 7th, about to get underway where the Bullfrogs have a tie ball game with the Madison Mallards 2-2. First batter digs in for the Madison Mallards. it's Cade Bunnell, and he watches one go by inside. And in fact, it hits off of him as well. And Jake Matheny gets the hit by pitch as Cade Bunnell, of course, ended the inning back in the 6th inning. I've been behind. I was early on the lineup card for the Bullfrogs, now late on the Mallards. Let's see if we can get this one back together. So Jake Matheny's hit by a pitch. He's over at first, and Cole Daly, the shortstop, digs in. Daly on the day, 1 for 3. Shows bunt, lays one down towards the pitcher, Connor Wallersheim, and he can't put the glove on it. The left-handed hitter comes in, pulls one down the first base line. Sprinting to his right, Connor Wallersheim had the opportunity to put the glove on it and throw it to first, but can't. The Madison Mallards have successfully put 2 runners on now in this game off of bunts. Zach Taylor, the left fielder, will now dig in for the Madison Mallards as the Bullfrogs not off to a great start here in the 7th inning. It's a hit by pitch, and then a successful bunt by Cole Daly that puts 2 runners on here with no outs on the board. Zach Taylor, the left fielder, will dig in now. Taylor came around to score in the 6th inning as he led off the inning with a base hit. The right-handed hitter stands in. Wallersheim comes set. Checks the runner at second. Deals in. Breaking ball that runs low and inside, 1-0. Brad Hamilton, Connor Wallersheim, and Richie Tecco had a quick meeting before the at-bat. We'll see. They had planned something out here, how it can work. Dan Leckie playing off the infield grass over at third. Willie Burden playing off the infield grass at first. A 1 pitch goes by for a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 delivery. Fastball swung on, grounded to second. Tossed to short in time, throw to first. Not in time. So Zach Taylor hits into the fielder's choice. And runners on the corners now with 1 out on the board. It's a bit of a bouncing the ball over towards the second baseman, Riley Smith. The shovel pass to Richie Tecco's in time, but Tecco can't fire it over to first in time. And runners on the corners now for the Mallards. Jake Matheny over at third. And Duran Turchin, the center fielder, will dig in. He would get on base due to an error his last time up and came around to score. He tied the game up. First pitch he sees, swung on and fouled away. 0-1. Duran Turchin out of the University of Illinois. For this past season, he would bat .275 for the Fighting Illini. First pitch he sees, fastball. That one runs low in the dirt. Moves the count even 1-1 after he fouled away the first one. Brad Hamilton did a solid job of dropping down and stopping that one from getting past him. So a 1-1 count here with an out on the board. Runners take their leads at first and third. Wallersheim still out on the bump for the Frogs. Checks the runner at first, sends in the 1-0. Swung on a fly ball into right center. Tracking over is Alonzo Jones, and tracking over is Kyle Bino. Throw to second, not going to be in time. It's into left field as well. Rounding second and going to third is the runner who just tagged up for the Madison Mallards there, and Zach Taylor. But it's a sacrifice fly RBI for Duran Turchin. The right fielder gets underneath of it, Kyle Bino, to make the grab, and a run comes across. It's Jake Matheny who comes across to score and give the Mallards a 3-2 lead. And it's Zach Taylor who manages to get all the way over to third as he advanced one bag off of the fly ball. And then when the throw to second came in from the second baseman, Riley Smith. Richie Tecco couldn't put his glove on it, and it went into left field, which enabled the runner in Taylor to hop up and get over to third. So another runner in scoring position here for the Mallards as they threaten to put another run across. They have a 3-2 lead now with 2 outs on the board. Jeffrey Mitchell, the right fielder, is dug in. He watches a strike go by and a ball as well. So a 1-1 count here with 2 outs on the board. The 1-1 delivery. That's a fastball that's low in the dirt. Solid job from Hamilton to block that one. Moves the count to 2 balls and a strike here. Jeffrey Mitchell on the day, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Swings at the 2-1 pitch and a misses. Evens the count, deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here. The 2-2 delivery. Another fastball. Swung on, fouled away. Count stays even. Right-handed pitcher warming up in the pen now for the Bullfrogs. This could be the last inning of action for the lefty out of Kent State. Waller Shyam deals in the 2-2. Swung on, a slicing ball in the infield. Third baseman Dan Leckie traveling forward makes the grab for the 3rd out. Bullfrogs leave one stranded over at third, but the Madison Mallards take a 3-2 lead, managing to get a run across off of a sacrifice fly from Duran Turchin. That will do it here for the top of the 7th inning. On to the bottom half we go. The Bullfrogs looking to tie things up here. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
It's the best time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in Oconto Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side, or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selections.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Bottom of the 7th inning about to get underway, and the Bullfrogs trail the Madison Mallards 3-2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Bullfrogs would take a 2-0 lead off of an Alonzo Jones 2-run shot, and the Madison Mallards would respond with 2 runs in the top of the 6th, and then took the lead here in the top of the 7th with an RBI sac fly. Brad Hamilton digs in to lead off this bottom of the 7th, swings at the first pitch he sees. Fly ball to right, that's at the warning track, and the play is made by the right fielder. Jeffrey Mitchell makes the leaping grab out there in right. Holy smokes, what a play. Jumping up, running into the liney's deck. He snags a home run from Brad Hamilton. I think that ball was out of here otherwise. You see the replay here on your screens on the Northwoods League web pass. Out there, Duran Turchin in right, or Jeffrey Mitchell rather, reaches the glove up, and I think he's robbed a home run. That's the first time we've seen that all season. Jeffrey Mitchell out there in right, robbing a home run from Brad Hamilton. Willie Bourbon, the first baseman, now digs in. First baseman on the day for the Bullfrogs is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Brad Hamilton was trying to tie things up there. Jeffrey Mitchell would have nothing of it. Laying on the ground in pain after running into the liney's deck. I mean, that's nothing but straight wood out there. That's not comfortable. 1-0 pitch. That one runs low. A 2-0 count now. The umpire didn't call Hamilton out yet because he couldn't tell if he had the ball, and finally Mitchell reached up and showed everyone, yeah, I got this thing. And so 1 out on the board. 2-0 count to Bourbon. That's a fastball low. A 3-0 count now. With an out on the board, there is a right-handed side slinger warming up in the pen for the Madison Mallards. 3-0 delivery into Bourbon. Another fastball. That one misses the zone. Ball 4. Bullfrogs with the base runner on. The first time Bourbon's been on today, he is walked. Dan Leckie, the third baseman, will now dig in. Leckie on the day 0 for 2. Would ground out to shortstop his first time up back in the second and flew out to left field back in the 5th inning. The Bullfrogs here recently have dropped 2 of their last 10 games, or rather have won 2 of their last 10 games, have dropped 8 of their last 10. And it's some close games as well. 5 games in a row the Frogs would lose with the tying run either at the plate or on base. Throw back to first. Bourbon slides back in safely as Leckie watches one go by for a ball. It's a 1-0 count here with an out on the board. Bourbon over at first. Matt McCarty has thrown 5 balls in a row. That time sends one right over the plate, moves the count to 1-1. Matt McCarty, the righty, maneuvers the ball around in his right hand behind his back, and now comes set. Kicks the leg, sends in the 1-1, a fastball that finds the outside portion, 1-2. Dan Leckie out of Lafayette College, which of course is in the Patriot League, Division I school. He's out of Connecticut for this past season. For Lafayette, he would have been 291 with 18 RBIs. McCarty steps off the mound, resets himself, gives a look over to Bourbon, and walks back to the bag and now retakes his lead. And Leckie stepped out to take a deep breath and now stands back in. Suffered a season-ending injury late this past season, but obviously good now. 1-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball to the second baseman. He bobbles with it, picks it up, throw to first, not in time. Dan Leckie beats out the throw, and the Bullfrogs bailed out there. It possibly could have been a double play opportunity for Cade Bunnell, but the grounder towards him, he bobbles with it. It lands on the infield dirt, picks it back up, and by the time he finally rockets it into the glove of Vinsky, the first baseman, Dan Leckie came across. So an E4 puts 2 runners on now for the Bullfrogs. What possibly could have been the end of the inning. Richie Tecco, the shortstop, now digs in. Tecco having a good game. He's 1 for 1 with the walk. First pitch he sees, fastball wide, 1-0. Coming into the game, Richie Tecco had just 2 hits to his name all season. Of course, granted, he's only played in 4 games for the Bullfrog, but managed his 3rd hit of the year today. The 1-0 delivery to him. Another fastball. That one swung on left side. That's fair. They're going to send Bourbon in. He's rounding third. The throw from left field is not going to be there. However, Dan Leckie stuck between second and third, and he gets over to third base as the shortstop, Cole Daly, couldn't handle the throw from left field. The Bullfrogs tie it up 3-3 here. Runners on the corners now after Cade Bunnell, rather not the shortstop, it was the second baseman. The throw from left field from Zach Taylor comes all the way into the shortstop rather than home plate. Left fielder Zach Taylor realized he was not going to beat the runner in Willie Bourbon to the plate, so he tried to get Leckie stuck between the bases. He would have done just that. However, Cade Bunnell, the second baseman, couldn't handle the throw from left field. It actually bounced and hit him square into the shin, and it enabled Leckie to turn around and run over to third base. And with 1 out on the board, runners at first and third, and there's going to be a pitching change. The Bullfrogs tie it up 3-3 here. Stay tuned. We're going to step aside for the pitching change. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
American Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American Hospitality.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium. New pitcher out on the mound for the Madison Mallards here. As Matt McCarthy's day has come to a close, it'll be number 32, Andrew Buckley. Buckley out of Concord, California, plays for Cal University. The right-handed pitcher will look to try to get his Madison Mallards team out of a bind, as with an out on the board, there's runners at first and third. The Bullfrogs have tied it up here 3-3 after Richie Tecco managed a RBI single. It's not the prettiest of hits in the world, but it got the job done. A grounder over towards the third base bag that just kind of kept on bouncing, kept on going. It stayed right of that third base bag. And with one out on the board, the best hitter in the Bullfrog lineup, Alonzo Jones, digs in. His last time up, he would hit a two-run shot to give the Bullfrogs a 2-0 lead. Madison Mallards would respond with 2 runs in the top of the 8th, and then they put another across in the top of this inning, and we're all tied up here 3-3. Alonzo Jones watches an 82-mile-per-hour fastball paint the outside portion of the plate, and he goes down in the count 0-1. Jones, the switch hitter, batting lefty here against the right-handed pitcher in Buckley. Buckley comes set at the hip, throws back to third, or rather fakes a throw to third to make sure that Tecco's not going anywhere. Neither of them do. Both get back safely, and then we'll stay at an 0-1 count. Buckley comes set again. Righty deals in the 0-1. Fastball low and inside, 1-1. Buckley with a little bit of a submarine type toss. It's a little side armor. It's a little funky coming at you. Seems like it leaves the hand late. Bullfrog hitters will have to get used to it. A 1-1 count here and out on the board. The delivery swung on, fly ball to center. Center fielder underneath of it, Turchin makes the grab. Lecky tags up at third, and he comes across to score. Bullfrogs take a 4-3 lead. A sacrifice RBI from Alonzo Jones. A fly ball out to center, and it's his third RBI of the day. That'll bring up Riley Smith, the second baseman. Smith had a good day today. He's 2 for 3. Would manage a single his last time up. Riley Smith, the second baseman out of Minnesota. Smith, so far on the season for the Bullfrogs, comes into the at-bat, supporting a batting average of .306. First pitch he sees, fastball inside, 1-0. Riley Smith steps out, takes a deep breath, readjusts his batting helmet, and stands back in. Buckley comes set, deals one in. Another ball inside, a 2-0 count now. Riley Smith this past season at Minnesota would bat just .143, but had a great freshman campaign where he would make the Big Ten freshman team, batting .299. He awaits the 1-0-2-0-2 on. Inside for a ball, and Riley Smith ahead in the count now. 3 balls, no strikes. Bullfrogs with the runner over at first and Richie Tecco, as the newcomer and Smith will look to try to move the newcomer and Tecco over a bit. The 3-0. Fastball right over the plates. A 3-1 count now. Of course, the Bullfrogs with a lot of new faces. Dan Lecky just came across to score for the Bullfrogs. He's a new guy. Of course, the shortstop, Tecco, and the second baseman in Smith. All have played less than 15 games. 3-1 pitch, swung on, fouled away left side. Full count now. Riley Smith has played in about 12. Dan Leckie has played in just 2 previous games. Riley Smith has played in just 3 previous games. So all sorts of new guys on this starting lineup today for the Bullfrogs. And of course, the pitching staff has a couple of new guys as well. I'm curious to see if we'll see one of those new faces. Here come the new inning as Connor Wallersheim's day has come to a close. A full count now with 2 outs on the board and a run over at first. Riley Smith waving his bat around awaits. Buckley comes set, deals in the payoff. Swung on, fly ball to center. Tracking back is Turchin, and he makes the grab for the 3rd out. That will retire the side, and that will retire the 7th inning. The Bullfrogs take a 4-3 lead here, moving to the 8th. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
This is Larry Fitzgerald with Game Day Goal. Tune in to WOCO FM 107.1 Fridays at 6 p.m. to hear me and Eric Nelson discuss the sports topics of the day.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin here at Joe Annie Stadium. Top of the 8th inning about to get underway, and the Bullfrogs have a 4-3 lead. Anthony Eglin, the right-handed pitcher out of Trinity College, out on the bump here for the 8th inning. Connor Wallersheim's day has come to a close. He pitched 7 complete, allowed 3 hits through 7 strikeouts, walked just 1, and allowed 3 runs. Anthony Eglin will look to try to give, or rather keep, this lead for the Bullfrogs. Of course, the Madison Mallard scored 2 in the top of the 6th inning and then scored another in the top of the 7th to take the 3-2 lead. But the Bullfrogs responded with 2 runs of their own in that bottom half of the 7th inning. A sacrifice fly from Alonzo Jones and an RBI single from Richie Tecco. So Anthony Eglin out on the bump now for the Bullfrogs. We'll see what he can do against this Madison and Mallard team. Anthony Eglin coming into the game for the Bullfrogs supports an ERA that is not all that impressive. Has struggled at times this season, 7.04 ERA in 10 appearances. In 15 1/3 innings pitched, he has allowed 12 earned runs, striking out 12, walking 12. However, Eglin does have a 2-0 record. First pitch he throws, fastball. Swung on, line drive to right center field. That drops fair. It's a blooper over the head of Riley Smith. He leaps up in the air. However, that rainbow shot just right over his glove. And it's the first hit of the inning for the Madison Mallards. So David Vinsky's the batter who gets it done. His 3rd hit of the game. He's 3 for 4 now. Maverick Hanley, the catcher, will now dig in. He managed an RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Anthony Eglin comes set, deals in a fastball. It's a bump pulled down the first base line. Eglin has it, tossed to first in time, beating out the runner in Hanley. A 1-3 out and puts an out on the board, but again, some very impressive base running and offense from the Mallards tonight with an out on the board. It moves the runner in David Vinsky over to second. Thomas Smart, the third baseman, will now dig in. He's 0 for 3 on the day. His last time up would pop out to first. Anthony Eglin, the right-handed pitcher, maneuvers the ball around and his right hand behind his hip. Now comes set. Vinsky takes a lead over at second. Eglin gives him a look and deals. Thomas Smart watches a 69-mile-per-hour breaking ball run high and inside, 1-0. Eglin comes back set again, checks the runner at second. Deals in the 1-0. Fastball that runs low, 2-0. Vinsky takes the lead at second. Eglin gives him a look. Deals in the 2-0. Fastball wide. Thomas Smart thought about taking a cut of that one. Did not bring the bat head around, however. And the count moves to 3-0. Crown has turned a bit silent here in the top of the 8th inning. The runner in scoring position and an out on the board. The 3-0 pitch runs wide for ball 4. Runners at first and second now. Thomas Smart manages the single, or rather the base on balls, his first time on base tonight. And Cade Bunnell, the second baseman, will dig in. Cade Bunnell 1 for 3 on the day. Back in the 3rd inning, he would manage the double to lead off the inning. However, would be stranded at third in that one. And he digs in with an opportunity to tie this game up for the Mallards. Runners at first and second, out on the board. Bunnell digs in, the delivery to him. Fastball misses the zone by centimeter. High and wide there. I thought that one might have snuck in there. It doesn't, however. And the count moves to 1-0. Eglin checks the runner at second, deals in the 1-0. Swung on, slice seen, foul ball left side. Moves the count even, a ball and a strike here. Eglin, the right-hander, comes set. Stares down Bunnell, checks the runner at second and deals. 1-1 pitch, so one gone and missed. Eglin ahead in the count now, a ball and 2 strikes here. Anthony Eglin out of Trinity College, looking to get his Bullfrogs out of a jam here. Righty takes a deep breath, deals in the 1-2. Breaking ball, swung on, fouled away left side. Bunnell stays alive. Bunnell has struck out twice tonight. And unfortunately, the fans have loved it for him as he's been the beer batter tonight. They're looking for some more half-price beer. Anthony Eglin looking to give it to him. He comes set. Deals in the 1-2. Fastball runs low and inside. Evens the count 2-2. Cade Bunnell on this season comes into the game batting .227. On a skid, batting .118 recently. However, against the Bullfrogs, has managed a .333 batting average. 2-2 pitch, swung on, grounded to short. Tecco has it, the throw to first, off the bag and into the bullpen. A runner will come across to score for the Madison Mallards, and an E6 will tie the game. Richie Tecco tries to make the amazing play at first. It would have been tough. It would have been impressive. However, the sidearm toss from Richie Tecco's not there. It's way off the bag. Willie Bourbon can't do anything but trying to stretch out for it. He missed it. And with 1 out on the board, there's now runners at second and third. New pitcher coming out for the Green Bay Bullfrogs here. It'll likely be Alex Stadola. We're going to step aside with an out on the board. Stadola's got a tough task as we are tied up 4-4. Runners at second and third. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Locally owned and family operated and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts. Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Top of the 8th inning, the Madison Mallards have tied it up 4-4. Anthony Eglin's day has come to a close. He pitched a third of an inning. And off of some aggressive play from the Madison Mallards, they get a run across. It'll be David Vinsky who comes around to score off of the E6. Standing over at third now is Thomas Smart. And Cade Bunnell standing at second. Got there off of the throwing error from Richie Tecco. Tecco, I'm sure, feels a bit guilty about it as he attacked the ball in the infield grass, launched a rocket over to first, but it's off target. Was trying to make the jaw-dropping play, but just can't manage it. The throw goes off target. And with one out on the board, we have a 4-4 game and 2 runners in scoring position. A pinch hit situation for the Madison Mallards as they will bring up Sam Armstrong to hit here in the top of the 8th inning. Sam Armstrong out of Jacksonville. The left-handed hitter stands at 6 foot, and he's from Florida. The lefty stands in, supporting the Evo shield on the right and the shin guard on the right as well. Green batting gloves. First pitch to him. Fastball high and wide, 1-0. Sam Armstrong has played in 8 games for the Mallards, batting .222. Crouch stands and open. 1-0 him. Swung on a belting liner in the right. That's going to drop fair. One comes across for the Madison Mallards, and another one's waved in, and he's going to score easily. It's a 2 RBI double for Sam Armstrong, and the Mallards take a 6-4 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. The right decision by the field manager of the Madison Mallards, Donnie Scott. Scott in his 5th season has seen it all, and he knows that he needs to bring in a pinch hitter to get it done, and he does just that. Sam Armstrong stands in and belts a liner down the right field line, well fair into the corner, easily scoring Thomas Smart and Cade Bunnell. The Mallards aren't done here. Another runner in scoring position in Armstrong, and Cole Daly, the all-star, digs in. Watches the first one go by for strike 0-1. Alex Stodola out of UW. Stephen Points checks the runner at second and deals that one in. Grounder to short. Throw to first. Not in time. Oh, excuse me. Spoke too soon. It looked like Cole Daly had beaten that one out. It's a low throw from Richie Tecco. Tip your hat off to Willie Bourbon, stretching out to grab that one and beating the runner in Daly. 2 outs on the board. It is enough to move the runner in Armstrong over to third, however. And Zach Taylor, the left fielder, will dig in. So the shortstop, Richie Tecco, makes up for his throwing error there. Throwing a rocket over to first, beating out Daly. A close play. As you can imagine, I said that the runner was safe. Zach Taylor on the day, 1 for 4. Heading to a fielder's choice his last time up. 1-0 pitch to him. Swung on line, driving to right center. Running over is Bigno, and he makes the diving play. The Bullfrogs leave one stranded at third, and a nice diving play from Kyle Bigno out in right field gives the Frogs some life. They have 6 outs left to try to tie this game up. They trail 6-4. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation Flex Agreement and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello, welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin here, Joanne Stadium. Bottom of the 8th inning about to get underway, and the Bullfrogs have some work to do. They trail the Madison Mallards 6-4. Out on the bump still for the Madison Mallards is Andrew Buckley, a California product. Buckley so far tonight has pitched 2/3 of an inning and has not walked, struck out, allowed a hit or a run so far. Due up for the Bullfrogs in this inning will be Troy Johnston. So it'll be the 3-4-5 hitters for the Bullfrogs. Troy Johnston on the day 0 for 3 after going 2 for 5 last night. Managed 2 RBIs as well. His second straight night where he managed the multi-RBI day. First pitch he sees, a fastball wide, moves the count to 1-0. But Johnston just finished up his freshman campaign at Gonzaga University, where he would bat .323. 1-2 pitch to him. 80-mile-per-hour fastball that just misses the outside black about belt level. 2-0 now. Buckley comes set. Deals in the 2-0. Fastball inside now. And Troy Johnston gets ahead in the count. 3-0 now. Bullfrogs trailing 6-4. Pitch. Fastball wide, ball 4. 4 straight balls to Troy Johnston. And the Bullfrogs have their first runner on. That would essentially put the tying run on plate as the Bullfrogs trail by 2. Kyle Bigno on the season for the Bullfrogs, coming into the at-bat, supporting a batting average of .228. Is 0 for 3 on the night today with 2 strikeouts. Bigno on a bit of a slump in the past 3 games, has just 1 hit for a 91 batting average. Swings at the first pitch he sees and misses, 0-1. However, in his last 7 games, batting .286. And the righty out of Youngstown State awaits. Buckley, the righty, deals in the 0-1, swung on and missed. Bigno goes down in the count, 0-2. Standing on deck for the Bullfrogs would be Alex Pinner. A designated hitter today. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Bigno steps out and stands back in. He's down in the count, 0-2. .2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 1 away. The third strikeout on the night from Kyle Bino. He's got the hat trick. And Alex Pinner, the designated hitter out of Scottsdale Community College, will dig in. Alex Pinner out of Overland Parks, Kansas. This past season for the Fighting Artichokes would belt 11 home runs with 45 RBI. Swings at the first pitch he sees, pops it up behind home plate in foul territory. Over by the dugout is the third baseman, but he can't make the grab. It bounces into the dugout. Foul. An 0-1 count here as Thomas Smart can't do anything but watch it. Bounce foul. An 0-1 count here. Alex Pinner goes down after the foul away. And he stands back in. Switch hitter batting lefty here. Buckley deals in the 0-1. Swing and a miss. He goes down the count 0-2 now. Standing on deck is the lone all-star for the Bullfrogs, Brad Hamilton. He would have his home run stolen in the last inning. Or his last time up, rather. The 0-2. Runs away for a ball, a 1-2 count now. Pinner gets one back. Pinner would be named the JUCO All-American 2 seasons ago. One-two delivery. Swung on, fouled away left side over near the bouncy house area past the third base club seating. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes here. The Fighting Artichoke stands back in. Buckley deals in the 1-2. Breaking ball wide, evens it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Alex Pinner fouling away a couple of pitches here. Has played phenomenally. Is absolutely fantastic recently. 4-10 in his last 9 games. It's your 2 pitch. Swung on. Line drive into right. The right fielder's got it, though. A well-hit line drive from Alex Pinner, but it's straight into the glove of Jeffrey Mitchell. All Mitchell has to do is take a step forward and raise out his glove to make the grab. Two away. And the lone all-star for this Bullfrogs team, Brad Hamilton, stands in. He's 0 for 3 on the day. His last time up would belt the liner into right field that nearly made it into the Liney's deck. Jeffrey Mitchell would snag his home run from him. To lead off that 7th inning. Hamilton watches a ball go by wide, a 1-0 count now. Buckley, the righty, takes a breath, deals one in. 1-0 pitch, swung on, liner right side. Foul, that bounces off the clubhouse past the first base club seating. Standing on deck for the Bullfrogs would be Willie Bourbon. Hamilton out of Kent State stands back in. Adding 200 in his last 10 games or so. Swings and misses at the 1-1, 1-2. Hamilton's batting average has dipped all the way down to 296 after being well over 300 for the majority of the year. 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball away wide. Evens the count to Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Troy Johnston takes a lead over at first after getting walked to lead off the inning. Buckley deals in the 2-2. Swung on, liner up the middle of the field. Base hit for Brad Hamilton. Hamilton now 1 for 4 on the day, managing this single. That moves a runner in scoring position to second in Troy Johnston. 2 runners on now for Willie Bourbon. Bourbon, the first baseman on the day, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, was walked his last time up. And there's a right-handed pitcher warming up in the pen for the Madison Mallards. The Mallards have a 6-4 lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch to Bourbon. Fastball that finds the inside corner. Bourbon thought that it was close to hitting him. He leaned away from it. An 0-1 count. Bourbon out of Riverwoods, Illinois. Lefty stands in. 0-1 pitch to him. Fastball wide. Evens the count, 1-1. Bullfrogs looking to try to tack away at this 2-run lead. The tying run would be at first. The 1-1. Swung on, slicing foul ball left side. Tracking over is the third baseman Smart, but he can't get there. And it bounces foul into the bullpen of the Mallards. And Buckley gets ahead in the count, 1-2 here. On what has now really turned into a silent Joe Annie Stadium. Of course, if you've been following the Bullfrogs over the past week or so, you're used to this feeling. Bullfrogs had the lead going into this 8th inning. 4-3, or 4-2 rather. Mallards would take the lead, however. The 1-2. Swung on, fouled away left side. Bourbon stays alive. Rather, it was a 3-2 lead for the Bullfrogs. But 3 runs in the top half of this inning gives the Mallards the 6-4 lead. Last night, the Bullfrogs had a 5-3 lead going into the 8th inning, where the Lakeshore Chinooks would put 5 runs across. The 1-2. Swung on, fouled away left side. Bourbon staying alive here. The 3rd ball in a row that he has fouled away left side. Just a bit behind on all of them. He taps the plate twice and resets, supporting the white batting gloves tonight. As the pants rolled up with the green socks and the Bullfrogs logos on the calves. 1-2. Outside, snap second. Is not in time. Shortstop Cole Daly was not covering the bag. The throw down from Hanley nearly got into center field. But Daly was there to stop that one from hurting the Mallards. As it's now a 2-2 count with 2 outs on the board and 2 runners on. Buckley deals. Fastball wide, and Bourbon has worked himself a full count after going down 1-2. Hands behind home plate, trying to get behind Willie Bourbon here. He digs back in. A full count with 2 outs on the board. Runners take their leads at first and second. Buckley, payoff. Swung on, fouled back into the backstop. Bourbon fouling away another one. Which is now an 8-pitch at bat. Buckley takes a deep breath. Runners take their leads. Payoff pitch. Runs high for ball 4. That will load the bases. Runners at first, second, and third. And the head coach for the Madison Mallards, Donnie Scott, in his 5th season, will come out to have a word with his pitcher in Buckley, and he's going to relieve him. He takes the ball, gives him a pat on the bat, and say, we're going to let someone come out and let someone else come in and close out this inning for us. There's 2 outs on the board, and the bases are loaded. Dan Leckie is going to dig in for the Bullfrogs here. Dan Leckie, the newcomer to this team on the day, 0 for 3. As the new pitcher coming out on the mound for the Madison Mallards. We'll tell you in a moment. We're going to stay with you here for the pitching change. With the bases loaded and 2 outs on the board. The new pitcher out there for the Madison Mallards is number 36, Dom Savino. We've seen Dom Savino pitch against the Bullfrogs many a times this season. The sophomore out of Albany stands at 6'6", 215. The right-handed pitcher will look to try to get it done against the Bullfrogs again, as he has pitched against the Frogs a few times this season. Savino, appearing in his 15th game, has pitched 24 innings for a 2.25 ERA. Has 28 strikeouts to 11 walks, a 2-2 record, and has 4 saves. The last time Savino would face off against the Bullfrogs would be on June 15th, where he would pitch 2 innings, allow just 1 hit, and strike out 3. Would get a loss in a game against the Bullfrogs back on June 4th in his first appearance ever for the Mallards, where he would pitch an inning, allow 2 earned runs, 3 hits, and would strike out 1. The Bullfrogs will look to try to hand Savino another one here. Bases loaded, 2 outs on the board. Dan Leckie, the newcomer to this Green Bay Bullfrogs team, digs in. Leckie has played in just 2 games for the Frogs this year. The right-handed hitter out of Lafayette stands in. Savino deals him an 87-mile-per-hour fastball that runs high and inside. Leckie takes a cut at it, and it misses. 0-1. Leckie 0 for 3 on the day. Got on base due to an error his last time up. Watches an 0-1 pitch go right across the plate, and he goes down the count 0-2 here. Bases loaded for the Bullfrogs. They trail by 2, 6-4. Savino comes set. Nods his head, deals in the 0-2. Fastball wide, 1-2. And Leckie awaits the 1-2 to him. Swung on, popped up in the infield. First baseman running over, gets underneath of it and makes the play. The Bullfrogs leave the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 8th inning. On to the 9th we go. The Bullfrogs will look to rally. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get your results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today. 715-735-0583.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here in the top of the 9th inning. Alex Shadola still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. Alex Shadola so far tonight has pitched 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit. Due up for the Madison Mallards here in the 9th inning will be Doran Turchin, the center fielder, Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., and David Vinsky. So it'll be the 3-4-5 hitters, the meat of this Mallards lineup that the Frogs are going to have to retire to give themselves a chance. Doran Turchin digs in. Center fielder on the day 0 for 4, and he's hit by the first pitch he sees. A fastball straight inside that hits Doran Turchin. That's got to hurt. Not a great way to start off the top of the 9th inning for the Bullfrogs as they hit their second batter in this one. Jeffrey Mitchell, the right fielder, will now dig in for the Mallards. Mitchell has had a good game. He's 1 for 3 with a double and a sacrifice fly RBI. Was walked back in the second inning as well. His last time up, however, would pop out over to third. Watches the first one go by for a ball, 1-0 count. Alex Sadola glances over at the runner at first and deals in the 1-0. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner. A good pitch from Stadola, 2-0. 2-0 delivery. Fastball. Swing and a miss. That moves the count to 2-1 here. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. stands back in. 2-1 to him. That one runs low in the dirt. Solid job by Hamilton to block it. But I think Hamilton was caught by that ball. And it's like he's went onto his wrist a little tenderly. I think he's going to be okay, though. Solid job by the catcher to block that one from getting behind him. A 3-1 count, however, with no outs on the board. Mitchell out of the University of California would be tied for 5th in the Pac-12 this past season with 11 stolen bases. And to watch his ball 4 go across as Alex Stadola has put 2 runners on here to lead off the top of the 9th inning. Hit the first one and then walked the next. No outs on the board here. Then I'll bring up David Vinsky. Vinsky today for the Madison Mallards has played great. As a 3 for 4 day in front of him. The righty stands in, and Stadola deals to him. Fastball runs inside and low, a 1-0 count to lead off the at-bat. And Brandon Hamilton will go out and have a word with his pitcher out of Stevens Point. And Chris Sabo has seen enough. He's going to likely come out and relieve his pitcher in Alex Stadola. In fact, he will. Stadola's day has come to a close. He pitched a third of an inning for the Bullfrogs, 2/3 of an inning rather. Allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, and he hit a batter as well. And his day comes to a close. The Bullfrogs will bring out Brett Falk, and we will step aside. Runners at first and second with no outs on the board. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizzas, made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin. Every Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brewpub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, here at Joanne Stadium. Top of the 9th inning, the Bullfrogs trail the Madison Mallards 6-5. New pitcher out on the mound for the Frogs is Brett Falk, the right-handed pitcher out of Lenore Ryan. Not familiar with the school, it's a Division II school out in North Carolina. Hickory, North Carolina to be exact. Known for its baseball, actually had 3 or 4 players drafted this past season. Ball came here with teammate Zach Shoemaker. However, Shoemaker went home with an injury earlier this season, so Brad Falk stayed behind to pitch some relief for the Frog. Finds himself in a bind here with no outs on the board and runners at first and second. Maverick Hanley, the right-handed batter, stands in. Hanley on the day is 1 for 4. First pitch he sees, an 87-mile-per-hour fastball inside, 1-0. Brett Falk on the season has appeared in 10 games for the Bullfrogs, has thrown 20 strikeouts, walked 8, and has a 7.77 ERA. Another pitch outside, a 2-0 count now, a part of that bullpen for the Bullfrogs that has really struggled this season. As a team, or rather as a bullpen ERA, they sit at 6.93 coming into the game today. 2-0 delivery. Runs low for ball 4 as Brett Falk actually came in with a 1-0 count. And so the base is now loaded as Brett Falk throws 3 strikeouts to, or rather 3 balls to the batter in Hanley to lead his timeout on the mound, and it is not looking good for the Bullfrogs. Thomas Smart digs in with the bases loaded and no outs on the board. Infielders playing away in for the Bullfrog. First pitch that Maverick Hanley sees gets away from the catcher, Brad Hamilton, and it scores a run for the Madison Mallards. They take a 7-4 lead here in the top of the 9th inning. Brad Hamilton can't do anything but run over to it and throw it back. It actually hits off of the runner that comes across in Doran Turchin, but it's not kickball rules. That won't work. No outs on the board and a run comes across. Doran Turchin got on base due to the hit by pitch, and it's a pass ball that scores him. Jeffrey Mitchell moves it over to third on it, and David Vinsky now at second. Hanley digs back in, first pitch to him. Swung on, fouled away left side. And it's a 1-1 count now. Hanley on the day, 1 for 4. Managed an RBI single in the 6th. Hit one back to the pitcher in this last inning. He fouls away the 1-1 and then moves the count to 1-2. And it seems like the storyline of the Bullfrogs continues here tonight. Last night, they'd have a 5-3 lead over the Lakeshore Chinooks, but the Chinooks would manage 8 unanswered runs, winning at 9-5. All of those runs coming in the last 3 innings. Ball sends in the 1-2. Breaking ball runs inside, 2-2 now. Very notably is that the Bullfrogs starting pitchers have pitched well for the Frog. Pendergast last night pitched a great game for the Bullfrogs, and Connor Waller-Cheyenne pitched an awesome one tonight as well. The 2-2. Swung on and fouled back. Count remained. In the series against the Rockford Rivets, the Bullfrogs would have the lead at times and squander it, and they'd have tying runs either at the plate or on base in both of those games as well, but they would be swept by the Rivets. 2-2. Swung on, grounded to short, and it gets past the shortstop. 1 run comes across for the Madison Mallards. They're going to send in another one. And the Madison Mallards take a 9-4 lead and break the game open here in the 9th inning. The Madison Mallards have put runs across in the last 4 frames, and those fans that have stuck around are calling it quits now. They hop out of their seats and are headed to their cars as the Bullfrogs now down by 5, 9-4. The Bullfrogs defense way in on the infield grass. Likely would have been a routine out, but because they're trying to keep the game close, however, the shortstop Tecco can't put the glove on it, gets past him. And in 2 runs that come across. Madison Mallards take a 9-4 lead, and a runner over at first in Hanley after he managed the 2 RBI single. Thomas Smart digs in now for the Mallards, watches a breaking ball go by for a strike. The next one goes by as well for a strike. And so Falk gets ahead in the count 0-2. It's Jeffrey Mitchell who comes across to plate a run, and David Vinsky who does also, scoring from second. Red Falk checks the runner at first. Sends in the 0-2. Swung on, fouled away right side. Count will remain 0-2. The Madison Mallards coming into the game, of course, off of a win. They managed to beat the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders last night 3-2 in a game that was 0-0 going into the 8th inning. Bonnie took a 1-0 lead in the 8th. As the 0-2 goes down, throw down, not in time. As a strikeout comes across for Brett Falk. The runner took off for first. I was unsure if it was a drop strike 3 or not. It was not. Brad Hamilton trying to give his team some momentum with the strike him out, throw him out, but no momentum coming as the runner slides in safely and Hanley manages to nab second base. A strikeout from Smart, however, and Cade Bunnell digs in. Bunnell on the day, 1 for 4 rather, with 2 strikeouts. First pitch he sees, an 85-mile-per-hour fastball, inside and low, 1-0. Cade Bunnell out of Madison College this past season batted .291. This Madison and Mallards team featured multiple Madison College players to start this season. On some temporary contracts, of course, but Bunnell's a guy that got to stick around. He watches the 1-0 run Y, a 2-0 count now. Red Falk comes set. Deals in the 2-0. Fastball high and wide. A 3-0 count now with an out on the board. Runner at second. We're in the top of the 9th inning where the Bullfrogs trail by 5, 9-4. The Frogs would take a 2-0 lead in this game off of Alonzo Jones' home run in the bottom of the 3rd. 3-0 offering. Runs wide, ball 4. 2 runners on now for the Mallards. Cade Bunnell on over at first. Maverick Hanley over at second after getting the 2 RBI single. That'll bring up Armstrong here in the 9th inning. His last time up, he would break things open for the Mallards. Manage the double, which would lead to a 3-run top of the 8th inning, giving the Mallards a 6-4 lead at the time. The Bullfrogs would load the bases in the bottom half of the 8th, however, leave them all stranded. As Falk throws in another one high, a 1-0 count now. Sam Armstrong managing some RBIs on that double as well. Bullfrogs were holding on to a lead at that point. 1-0 pitch runs wide, a 2-0 count now. The Madison Mallards would respond with 2 runs of their own in the top of the 6th inning to tie the game 4-4. The Mallards would take a to tie the game 2-2, and the Madison Mallards would take a 3-2 lead in the top of the 7th. The Bullfrogs would respond with with 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to take a 4-3 lead. And that's when the Madison Mallards would put a 3-run 8th inning across, and then here now, they've put 3 across to the top of the 9th. Madison Mallards scoring all 9 of their runs in the past 4 innings after Connor Weilersheim threw 5 straight scoreless. Falk deals in the 2-0. Swung on and fouled away left side. 2-1. Brett Falk out of East Bend, North Carolina. Family came up to Green Bay to visit him recently. This past season at Lenore, Ryan would pitch in just 8 games. The 2-1. Finds the corner, even as the count 2-2. In those 8 games, he pitched 7 2/3 innings, throwing 10 strikeouts. 2016, he would manage a 3.75 ERA, a 2-1 record, and threw 17 K. 2-2 pitch, fouled away. Will stay at 2-2. Sam Armstrong is looking to grab himself a couple of more RBIs. Right-handed pitcher and Falk comes set. Deals in the 2-2. Fastball that runs inside for a ball. Full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And out on the board, and the Bullfrogs trail by 5, 9-4. Bullfrogs with 7 hits on the day. The Madison Mallards with 9. Red Falk comes set. Payoff pitch, swung on, fouled away. Sam Armstrong fighting for a hit here. Armstrong out of Jacksonville University. In 8 games, comes into it batting .222. Out of Ocala, Florida, possibly. Ocala, not familiar with it. Payoff. Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout. And 2 retired. That strikeout took some time there. I wonder what the timer on that. I mean, that was almost just feels like a 7-minute at bat or so. So after the strikeout, that'll bring up Cole Daly. Cole Daly, the shortstop, the leadoff hitter, the 1-hole hitter on the day, 1 for 5. Would ground out to short his last time up. First pitch to him, fastball finds the outside corner. 0-1. Brett Falk with more confidence coming into this at-bat. Cole Daly, the all-star for this Madison Mallards team. This past season for Notre Dame would have had .244. Swings at the 0-1 pitch, fooled by the breaking ball. And Brett Falk gets ahead in the count, 0-2. Last season, he played for the Woodchucks, actually, where he batted .282 for the Wisconsin Woodchucks. Finds himself back in the Northwoods League, but with the Mallards this season. 0-2 delivery, swung on and fouled away. He stays alive. Was ranked the number 2 shortstop out of Illinois back in high school, where he would be ranked an underclassman All-American and a preseason All-American as well out of Springfield, Illinois. Past 10 games, batting .270. The 0-2 to him. Fastball that gets away from Brett Falk, way high and away. Moves the count to 1-2. Daly's been successful against the Frogs this season, batting .412. Has a double and a triple and 3 RBIs in the previous appearances. The 1-2 to him. Swing and a miss, but it gets away from Brad Hamilton. And the bases are loaded. Brett Falk gets the strikeouts, but the pitch gets away, and it's a base runner for the Mallards. And an inning that just is not going the Bullfrogs' way. 3 runs here in the top of the 9th. They trail by 5, 9-4. Runners at first, second, and third. 2 outs on the board. Zach Taylor, the left fielder, digs in. He's the 9th Mallard to dig in as the next batter would come around for his second time in this one. Zach Taylor watches the first one go by for a strike, 0-1. Taylor on the day has managed just one hit as he's 1 for 5. Falk deals to him. A 1 breaking ball runs wide, 1-1. Zach Taylor out of the University of Illinois sat out last season due to transferring as he played at Houston before then. At Houston, he would bat .250 with 19 stolen bases. Not bad. 1-0 pitch, fouled up and away. 1-1. Guess he wanted to go back home. I don't blame him. All the way down there in Texas. He wants to come back out of Downers Grove, Illinois. He wanted to come back and play for the Fighting Illini. So far this season for the Mallards, batting .360. Fouls another one away. It's a 1-2 count here. 2 outs on the board. And Falk already with 2 strikeouts on the inning, looking to end it here. 2 outs on the board. Bases loaded. Frogs trail by 5. The 1-2. Swung on a belting fly ball deep into left. And that's going back, and that's gone. A grand slam for Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor launches a moonshot over the left field wall, and she is gone. The Mallards take a 9-run lead over the Green Bay Bullfrogs. An absolute blast. It's the second grand slam that we've seen in this stadium in a row. Last night there's one, and tonight there's one. Unfortunately, neither of those coming off of Bullfrogs' bats. Last night, Lakeshore's Nick Gatewood launched one. Tonight, it's Zach Taylor. As the Madison Mallards take a 13-4 lead. Doran Turchin fouls 2 balls away, and it's an 0-2 count now. The scoreboard can't even keep up with how many runs have come across here in the 9th inning, as the scoreboard says 12-4. An 0-2 pitch gets away from catcher Brad Hamilton. No harm done. Count moves to 1-2 here with 2 outs on the board. And a game that was going in the Bullfrogs' favor that has just turned absolutely sour. Falk deals in the 1-2 pitch to Doran Turchin, but it runs inside, and it's a 2-2 count now. Very frustrating for Bullfrog fans and players alike, as you can imagine, as the 2-2 pitch just runs wide. Brad Hamilton left it up there for an extra few seconds, almost to say to the umpire, come on, man. You think back to a game where the Bullfrogs had a lead against the Lakeshore Chinooks a few weeks ago, and the Chinooks would manage a 9-run night. The Madison Mallards have managed a 7-run night, and Doran Turchin watches ball 4 run low. Brett Falk walks a runner over at first. How many pitches is he at? What? And he's at 42 pitches. So he will not be going back in after this one. And 2/3 pitches, Falk has thrown 42. A 1-0 count as he throws in a fastball to Mitchell that runs inside. Mitchell on the day for the Mallards. Rounds 1-2, the shortstop Richie Tecco. The throw to second in time, and they get the leadoff runner. The Bullfrogs receive a applause from the crowd, mainly just because, well, they're out of the inning. 8 runs come across. Nope, even I'm getting mixed up for how many runs came across. Scoreboard was fixed. It's 7 runs that come across here in the 9th inning. The Madison Mallards take a 9-run lead. They lead 13-4. Stay tuned for the bottom half of the inning. You're listening to the Bullfrogs Radio Network on the WOCO Sports Stream.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get you results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today. 715-735-0583.
This is Larry Fitzgerald with Game Day Goal. Tune in to WOCO FM 107.1 Fridays at 6 p.m. to hear me and Eric Nelson discuss the sports topics of the day.
Back to Joanne Stadium here. Richie Tecco, the 9-hole hitter, to lead things off here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Watches a strike go by, an 0-1 count. Still out on the mound for the Madison Mallards will be Buckley, as I'm getting destroyed by some mosquitoes here in the press box. I'll close the window here in the bottom of the 9th, as that one actually hurt. Normally mosquito bites don't hurt you, but that one really stung on me. Richie Tecco swings at the offering and misses. Strike 3, 1 down. Back to the top of the lineup here. Alonzo Jones, the center fielder, will dig in. Alonzo Jones on the day has played relatively well, as you can imagine. Is 1 for 4 with 3 RBI. He would hit the 2-run shot back in the 3rd inning. First pitch to him. Fastball low. 1-0. Alonzo Jones, a guy, of course, out of Vanderbilt University, who's making a transition to center field for the Bullfrogs. Fouls away the 1-0 pitch. Moves the count even to 1-1. Of course, as you can imagine, with stats like his and his speed, you expect him to be in the Cape Cod League or some league of those manner. As the 1-1 pitch comes in. Finds the lower inside corner. 1-2, of course, Cape Cod League, by far the most prestigious league when it comes to the players, and that's just an objective standpoint. However, he's making a transition, so he comes here to the Northwoods League to play a couple more games. 1-2 pitch, swung on, and the left fielder makes the grab. It's a fly ball to left, and on the dead sprint is Zach Taylor. He reaches up and snags it out of the air for the second out. It looked like it was going to drop fair and probably be a double for Alonzo Jones. But the left fielder, Zach Taylor, had nothing to do with it. And of course, so that's one of the aspects that the Northwoods League has that the Cape Cod League doesn't. You just play so many more games. It's more like a minor league type feel. And so Jones comes here and was the opportunity to get some reps at center field, just more reps for that matter, and whatnot. Riley Smith digs in. Launches one to go by for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. Swung on, a slow grounder towards the third baseman. He scoops it up, and it's an infield single for Riley Smith. With 2 outs on the board, Riley Smith, he's not going to give up on it. Riley Smith grabs his 3rd hit of the day. Troy Johnson will now dig in for the Bullfrog. The left-handed hitter out of Gonzaga. Johnson on the day 0 for 3, was walked his last time up. Lefty stands in, first pitch to him, runs low. 1-0. Bullfrogs will be back here tomorrow to face off against the same Madison Mallards team on a Wednesday. That game's set for 7:05. 1-0 pitch runs wide, a 2-0 count now. Tomorrow, the Bullfrogs will actually be featured on the Foul Pole Sports Snapchat. 2-0 pitch runs wide. A 3-0 count now. Which, if you're not familiar with it, it's a blog for baseball players by baseball players. Some pretty humorous stuff on there. So the Frogs will be taking over their Snapchat story, and I'm sure it'll be a pretty funny story to watch. They're all pretty excited about it. The 2-2. One gone, liner to third base, and Thomas Smart makes the grab, ending the game. Bullfrogs leave one stranded here in the 9th inning, but it is a 7-run ninth that just absolutely destroys any... I don't even know what the word I want to use. There was some momentum for the Bullfrogs. They had the lead, and that 7-run 9th inning just took it all out of the Bullfrogs. Absolutely winded as the bullpen can't help out the starting pitcher again. The Bullfrogs dropped to 1-6 on the second half of the season as the Madison Mallards in the last 4 frames would score 13 runs. That'll do it here in Green Bay for the Northwoods League Web Pass. Thanks to those that stuck around for it. For those of you on the WOCO Sports Stream, stay tuned for the Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine Player of the Game and the in-depth look into press box, or box score, I should say. Stay tuned. It's been the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brewpub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the O'Connell Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, O'Connell Falls.
Stadium, welcome to the Bullfrogs post-game show. Green Bay Bullfrogs dropped to the Madison Mallards here. They dropped the game 13-4. They would allow all 13 runs in the last 4 innings. Talked about that storyline about Wallersheim and his cousin playing off against each other. They're actually taking a picture out in right field right now. So at the end of the day, you got to remember, these guys just playing for the fun of the game to get better and whatnot. The Bullfrogs will be back in action tomorrow on Wednesday for the guaranteed win night. Receive a ticket for a future game if the Bullfrogs lose, courtesy of Kerber Road. Your winning pitcher on the night for the Madison Mallards is Buckley, and your losing pitcher is Anthony Eglin. As we take a look at the scores around the league, then we dive into the box score for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. The Bismarck Larks beat the Duluth Huskies 7-6 off of a home run late in the game. The Rockford Rivets have a 7-5 lead over the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders. That game in the bottom of the ninth in Fond du Lac. The Wisconsin Woodchucks lost to the Lakeshore Chinooks 4-9 tonight. The Waterloo Bucks, that game went to extra innings against the Eau Claire Express. The Eau Claire Express come away with the victory The Wilmer Stingers beat the La Crosse Loggers 1-0 on the road. The Rochester Honkers beat the Thunder Bay Border Cats 1-0, or rather are leading the Border Cats 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th. In the bottom of the 8th, the Mankato Moondogs have 14 runs over the St. Cloud Rocks. That game 14-0. The Kenosha Kingfish beat the Kalamazoo Growlers 3-2. The Madison Mallards, of course, beat the Green Bay Bullfrogs here in Green Bay 13-4. And the Battle Creek Bombers made Blues to the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors 4-6. Let's take a look at the in-depth box score presented by the Knight family. The winning pitcher on the night, Andrew Buckley. For the Madison Mallards, the losing pitcher, Anthony Eglin. The Green Bay Bullfrogs box score. Alonzo Jones went 1 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a run. Riley Smith went 3 for 5 tonight. Troy Johnson went 0 4. Kyle Benia went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Alex Pino went 1 for 4. Brad Hamilton 1 for 4. Willie Bourbon went 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Dan Leckie went 0 for 4 with a run scored. And Richie Tecco, he had a multi-hit day, his first in the Bullfrogs uniform. He went 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI and a walk. Not a bad day for the newcomer and a rider. Lonzo Jones would manage a 2-run home run back in the 3rd inning, giving the Bullfrogs a 2-0 lead. The Madison Mallards would put 2 runs across in the 6th inning. They would then take a 3-2 lead in the top of the 7th, but the Bullfrogs would respond with 2 runs of their own in the bottom of the 7th. They took a 4-3 lead coming into the 8th inning, and that's when the Madison Mallards would put 3 runs across. They took a 6-4 lead, and in the bottom of the 8th inning, the Bullfrogs would load the bases with 2 outs on the board, looking to tie things up. However, they would leave the bases loaded, and the Madison Mallards would get out of the jam. Going into the 9th inning, the Bullfrogs still had a little momentum, down by just 2, but the Madison Mallards put 7 runs across in the top of the 9th inning, highlighted by a grand slam. Connor Wallersheim for the Bullfrogs tonight pitched 7 innings, allowed 8 hits, just 2 earned runs, would walk 1 and strike out 7. Anthony Eglin would pitch a third of an inning. He allowed a hit, 2 earned runs, and a walk. Alex Stodola would pitch 2/3 of an inning. He allowed a hit, 2 earned runs, and a walk. And Brett Falk finished out the game in the 9th. He allowed 2 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, and struck out 3. The pitching statistics for the Madison Mallards, Nate Brown, I should say, he had a great day. Pitched 5 innings, allowed 2 earned runs, walked 1, and struck out 9 and 5. Very impressive. Buckley, the winning pitcher, went 1 1/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, and walked 2 and struck out 1. See you tomorrow, man. Of course, that's the broadcaster for the Madison Mallards. He's heading out of here. Nonetheless, so with that being said, your Award Baycare Sports Medicine player of the game, I think, has got to be Connor Wallersheim. Wallersheim would pitch 5 scoreless innings for the Bullfrogs, allowed just 2 earned runs, allowed 1 run, would walk 1 and strike out 7. Left-handed pitcher out of Kent State, well deserving of the award, as his bullpen would not help him out on the backside. And that will do it here in Green Bay. As always, it's a pleasure calling Green Bay Bullfrogs baseball for the WOCO Sports Stream. Thanks to Larry back in the studio for helping me out tonight on a game that turned sour quickly. Stay tuned until next time. We're back here, same time tomorrow, where the Bullfrogs will look to bounce back with a win over this Mallards team. Stay tuned till then. It's been Nolan Knight. Peace.
Time again, you want local loan decisions and servicing, faster turnaround, and answers to your questions handled right here in Oconto. At the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've got all of those bases covered, from local loan decisions and on-time closings to great rates and fair terms. Visit me, Bob Schwartz, at the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. I've helped many people, and now I'd like to help you with your next loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get your results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today, 715-735-0583.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine.
That has been Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WOCO Stereo FM. Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Scatcherdon, and Anderson, the NAW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and Witt's Piggly Wiggly. Also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing. Stay tuned for more Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on 107.1 WOCO Stereo FM. Have a great day.